Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. And today we're going to be learning some girl facts, some facts about girls, some things that are exclusive to only girls, some girl facts. What are girls? Some of you might not be familiar. Girls are very complicated. Sometimes they'll say really cryptic things like, I wish you would pay more attention to me, or I'm hungry. Like, okay, what does that mean? I wish they would just tell us what they want sometimes, you know? No need to be so mysterious, girls. So I did some research. Where else? Other than TikTok. I love the hashtag girl facts on TikTok because it's so obvious that a lot of the people who post them have never even breathed the same air as a girl. Most of them seem like they came from Google, or more specifically from those weird WikiHow articles, except instead of telling you how to pretend to be a vampire at school, they're telling you what a girl really means when she texts you the letter K. And everyone knows, if you want to know something about girls, don't ask girls. Ask dudes on TikTok who copy-pasted baseless studies from the internet and then stood in front of their iPhone camera like this. Okay, first girl fact is actually a two-in-oneer. It's boys and girl facts. Girls fall in love with what they hear. Boys fall in love with what they see. That's why girls wear makeup and boys lie. Wow. I'm 2012 and this is Facebook. One of these is not like the other. So this fact is girls are under a lot of pressure to be pretty and to wear makeup in order to be considered attractive based off of often unattainable beauty standards to appease the male gaze, and boys are liars. It's not their fault though, it's a fact. They can't help it. Yeah, so then I lied to her, obviously, and I told her I was out with the boys, but really I was cheating on her with her sister, right? And she still doesn't know to this day, and we have 2 kids together, but it's literally not my fault. Like, I'm a boy. Boys lie. It's a boy fact. Sometimes I wear eyeliner. We are experiencing the same thing. When a boy is truly in love, he will act like a child. But when a girl is truly in love, she will act like a mother. I know someone who would really like to speak with you. Why is this fact so not specific? So she falls in love with you and she sets up your doctor appointments or brings you fruit gummies to your soccer game. He falls in love with you and just starts uncontrollably pissing and peeing himself. Once again, it kind of seems like girls are getting the worst end of the bargain. Girls are more attracted to guys who have the ability to make them laugh. Yes, that's it. That's the whole fact. Man, I wonder how many studies they had to conduct to figure out that girls are more attracted to people who have a similar sense of humor to them. Hashtag psychology. Hashtag psychology facts. This applies to literally everyone. Yeah, so when someone makes you laugh, it makes you feel good inside. Okay. So you like them. But if someone doesn't make you laugh, then it doesn't make you feel good. Okay. So you doesn't like them. Probably. Whoa, dude. I know. That's like psychology. It's like psychology. It's psychology. It's psychology. And why are we in the ocean? Why are we underwater for this?
I just can't believe it, dude.
Guys,
I know. You should write a book,
really
dude.
should.
Oh my God, that would be
I should write a book.
What would you call it?
Guys, I'm actively drowning.
Friends are food, not fish.
Girls normally fall in love with older boys. Girls hate it when boys always talk about themselves. But girls like it when boys pay attention to them and tell them how important they are.
Yes.
These are just basic rules for interacting with anyone ever. No one really wants to hang out with someone who only talks about themselves because it means that they probably don't care about what's going on with you as much. And yes, girls usually like when people tell them they're important and pay attention to them because they are human beings. This video has 500,000 likes, which means that 500,000 people watched this and thought this was informational. This taught me something that I didn't know before. I just had never considered having basic human decency before, but now I will. Only 4% of women consider themselves beautiful. If a girl goes silent during a conversation, she is probably overthinking what you just said. You cannot just pull statistics out of your ass, plop them onto a picture of a sunset, and label it a psychological fact. Where did 4% come from? Was there a control group? Was there a placebo effect group? I don't know anything about scientific studies. Was there a hippopotamus? Girls easily get carried away by their emotions. This is true. My emotions have been bulking. 70% of girls use silence to express pain. Again, with the statistics, this is literally impossible to be fact. It is a subjective reaction to being sad. You cannot just make sweeping generalizations with no study and no research. There have to be actual scientists and like placenta pills. Unpopular fact. If a girl goes silent during a conversation, it means she's probably overthinking what you just said. A lot of guys tend to get annoyed at this, when in reality it's easily fixable. They just need reassurance or for you to explain something again so they don't feel the need to overthink it. Unpopular fact is not a thing. A fact cannot be unpopular because it's a fact. I will define fact right now. The truth about events as opposed to interpretation. This is an interpretation of what you think is going on in a girl's head whenever she goes silent during conversation. But if this is happening a lot to you, Cody, then maybe you should not be wondering why she keeps overthinking and consider that maybe you just keep saying stupid shit. This is just a word for word copy of the other one that we saw. What BuzzFeed article are you guys stealing this from? Unpopular fact, plagiarism is not cool. You wouldn't plagiarize a car. You wouldn't plagiarize a handbag. Downloading a plagiarism is stealing. Just because her eyes don't tear doesn't mean her heart doesn't cry. Those are called emotions. Like if I were to say that your TikTok reads like the inner monologue of a 3-year-old child, that would probably make your heart cry, but that's just called having feelings. I like that the people posting these kinds of videos apparently know so little about girls that they have to steal every girl fact from each other. I've seen this one at least 5 times. Maybe we're not overthinking all the time. Maybe we're trying to like remember the lyrics to a song, or you have something stuck in your teeth.
And another girl fact is that they have to trim their fingernails every 30 seconds or they will fall off and grow legs. Then they can actually reproduce, and that's how the thumb people from the third Spy Kids movie were made, but you probably didn't know that because you're a girl. And your mind physically cannot process the incredible graphics from the Spy Kids franchise.
The true meaning behind the girl texts. She's mad. I'm fine. She's not fine. It's fine. It's not fine. I don't care. She really cares. It's okay. I'll be okay. She's hurting a lot. Oh, okay. Her heart just shattered. Okay. Everything is good. Okay. Something might be wrong. Okay. Something is really wrong. Don't try to guess a girl's feelings. Always ask her. So I'm kind of starting to get mixed signals. You said if a girl says she's fine, then she's not fine, and just to go with the opposite of whatever she says. But now you're saying that we should just ask her and never assume. So your girl fact is just to ask a girl. But we came to you for girl facts. We came for your expertise. We're not going to be able to learn about girls anywhere else. Girls want nothing more than to feel loved. I mean, I can think of a couple things. We might also want basic respect, safety. Safety is nice. Equal pay. That might be cool. If not, that's totally fine. When she stares at you mouth, kiss her. That is 100% not what you should do. It's just based on some of the previous girl facts we've seen. It doesn't seem like y'all are the best at picking up on signals, so maybe don't kiss girls just because they happen to glance at your mouth hole area. If she starts cussing out a storm at you and tries to be all big and bad with you, kiss her and tell her that you love her. Got it. Okay, so if a girl is visibly upset with you, don't admit fault. Just kiss her, because all girls want is love. When she's quiet, ask her what's wrong. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah. If she pulls away, pull her back. Is this girl language or serial killer language? Because I genuinely can't tell anymore.
If she tells you a secret, keep it safe and untold. If she looks into your eyes, look back into hers and don't look away until she does.
Definitely sounds like something a serial killer would do, which checks out since you're driving us around in a car at night on an empty road to bury us, no doubt. Do not take any of this advice. If you were to see any of these happening in real life without weirdly motivational music in the background, it would be terrifying. Hey, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. You just got really quiet. Yeah. Yes, I did. If you're overthinking something I said, I do not care about anything you've said ever. It's gonna be okay, okay? I'm here to protect you. Okay, I'm just trying to diffuse this, okay? And if I make one wrong move, the whole world will literally end, so I could really use some silence right now, okay? Okay. %78 of girls use silence to express pain. Oh, for f***'s sake. To conclude this video, obviously do not listen to any of the things in these TikToks, but I'm gonna call it there, guys. I'm sorry if this video was shorter than usual. I'm still trying to get back into the swing of things, but if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hello. Today I will be learning how to write poetry. It's been a lifelong dream of mine to spew sonnets with such ferocity that they make Emily Dickinson quake with jealousy. And now, thanks to this stirring poem by Gabby Hanna, I found the courage to do so. Filler by Gabby Hanna. Some of these poems were written because inspiration struck. Others were written because I had a deadline and needed to fill pages. Can you guess which are which? This speaks to my heart on such levels. The metaphors hidden betwixt the lines they make me wanna. Hey guys, and welcome back to A Twinge. My name is ChadChad. Not really. And you've probably guessed what we're gonna be doing today. Disclaimer. This is a disclaimer. Yeah. If you are a fan of Gabby Hanna, or if you're Gabby Hanna herself, which sounds crazy, but Chris Barnett did see my video on him, so it's not impossible, obviously. She is an intelligent, beautiful businesswoman who has worked very hard over the past few years and made a platform for herself, and also has been very open about her mental health recently. I am not a doctor, and I'm definitely not a mental health professional, so I will not be speculating on that in this video or in any way trying to insinuate that Gabby is crazy. Disclaimer over. I've never personally followed Gabby on anything, but I do remember seeing some of her Vines when Vine was still around. She went from there to doing YouTube, where she did a lot of story times, and then about 2 years ago, I think, is when she started doing music. You probably know this stuff and have some idea of all the drama she's been in, so I won't go into too much detail. But recently, she's been on my FYP a lot. Some might even say too much. And it's me. I am some. I say it's too much. Gabby has this ongoing, endless drama with Trisha Paytas. Trish was actually a guest on Gabby's podcast channel in February of this year, where they talked about that a little bit. And by they talked about it, I mean Gabby talked about it while Trisha sat and nodded and smiled.
My pop song
Right.
went viral. It's a shame, like I really like her music, but I had to take her out of my playlist because of this.
Right.
And then I kept doing pop. Butterflies was pop. So like that was like whatever.
Yeah.
So I was trying to fit myself in this box of like, I'm a pop artist.
Right.
I'm not. I was trying to appease the masses. It didn't work. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
That's when all of a sudden it's like, she's a narcissist, she's a manipulator, she's a terrible person.
Yeah.
By the way, I've never talked about this.
Oh.
But
It was a little awkward, but whatever. They seemed mostly civil. I think they exchanged apologies. Gabby showed remorse for the whole Gabby who cried STD incident of 2019. But then Gabby posted this TikTok. Never mattered what I had to say. I was always wrong. Every question turned into another long night shot. Which received this duet. Never mattered what I had to say. I was always wrong. Every question turned into another long night shot. Which received this comment from Trish. And seemingly this one emoji was enough to cause a complete 180 in how Gabby was treating Trisha. She started talking about them all over TikTok.
Trisha Paytas is upset that I called her untalented, even though she's allowed to have an opinion about me. She says everyone can have an opinion. She has an opinion about my music. But what's this? You're making fun of me online, you hypocritical fake bitch.
And Twitter. I made a Twitter just so I could read Gabby's tweets for this video. So if any of y'all want to follow me over there, I don't even know what you post on Twitter because I've never had one, but just real quick, while I was reading Gabby's tweets, for this video, I found this one of her accusing BB Rexa of copying her Monster music video because there's a shot of BB Rexa sitting on the ground. There's a vase and a mirror being shattered, then a match being lit, and then a house on fire. So, you know, 4 of the most original concepts that are not at all frequently used in music videos. Bibi tweeted back and said that actually her inspiration came from Eminem and Rihanna's Love the Way You Lie music video, which yeah, they're similar. Also, you can't really copyright the very well-known cinematic shot of having your subject light something against a dark, contrasting background. The mirror and vase breaking in Bibi's video is because the entire house is breaking. You can't have the house come down and exclude the vase and the mirror. Oh my God, there was an earthquake. Are you guys okay? Yeah, we're fine, but the house is almost completely destroyed. What do you mean almost? Well, the vase and mirror made it, miraculously. That is miraculous. Those are basically the 2 most fragile things someone can have in a house. Anyway, Gabby and Trisha started going at it once again on TikTok and Twitter. I'm not really gonna talk about it because I'm honestly sick of hearing about the 2 of them arguing. Now they're talking about how they were friends or they weren't really friends and how they invited her to Thanksgiving or they didn't invite her to Thanksgiving, and I do not give a fuck. On April 23rd, Gabby tweeted this announcing a mini-series, which now these make a lot more sense.
I'm back, bitches. And I don't want to hear I'm acting different.
Gabby's podcast channel almost consistently gets less than 100,000 views per video, and Trish and Ethan's podcast, Frenemies, consistently gets a lot more than that. People are saying that she's stirring up all this old drama to try and get an invite onto the Frenemies podcast, which makes sense so that she can try and get some views to her channel, as well as bringing attention to her mini-series. The thing that really caught my attention, and seems to be another point that caused these strange posts from Gabby, was this video by Rachel Oates, who is amazing by the way, reviewing Gabby's new book, Dandelion, which is more poetry. The review was negative, but gave some valid criticisms, and Gabby's immediate and very professional response was to attack Rachel online and send her fans after them to the point that Rachel had to delete Twitter.
You could just apologize. You literally just ran away and blocked me instead of looking at your own criticism. You can't take criticism towards yourself at all. You can't stand even the tiniest ounce of criticism. You're a fucking monster.
But wait, can you guess who sent Rachel the book to review in the first place? It was Gabby. Gabby sent her the book to review. My mind is so completely boggled by this. This is your career. This is your job. Can you imagine accepting criticism in this way at any other type of job? Yeah, so Douglas, I just feel like the graph could have a little less blue, maybe some warmer colors to try and cheer things up a little bit, and then we could go from that. Fuck you. I'm sorry? Fuck you. Your opinion doesn't matter. I'm your boss. I'm your boss. I have more Instagram followers than you, bitch. Okay, well, you're fired. Obviously. You're a bully. I'm a what? You're a high school fucking bully. Point the finger, pull the trigger, throw them up your rail. You'll divorce eventually. Please leave. Please.
Hi, I'm going to be voicing for Gabby Hanna in this next video because she has her song quietly playing in the background and I'm not getting a copy strike. Not today.
I really cannot believe that you guys let a woman who doesn't like Bo Burnham tell you that my book wasn't good. This is the biggest compliment that I've ever fucking gotten, that she called both mine and Bo Burnham's work disappointing. She called Bo Burnham's work disappointing. Her. Who is she? Who is she? She's a person making content on YouTube who's allowed to have an opinion regardless of the fact that she has less subscribers than you. Gabby, no matter the situation, seems to have the same response to criticism. Oh, you have less subscribers than me? You're irrelevant. Oh, you have more subscribers than me? You're a bully. Either way, she's absolved. of all fault, of course. I went into this video with a pretty open mind. Everything I've heard or seen about Gabby Hanna has always been secondhand, and I know how the internet can be sometimes, so I've never taken any of it to heart or really formed an opinion about her. But now I have, and it's definitely an opinion. I think my biggest takeaway regarding her character comes from how she confronted Bebe Rexha versus Rachel Oates. Bebe Rexha is a celebrity singer who had never heard of Gabby before these tweets, while Rachel Oates is a YouTuber with less than 300,000 subscribers. She called Rachel Oates a bitch multiple times, and if you go watch any of Rachel's videos, she is the opposite of that. Called Rachel a bitch for criticizing her poetry. And did I mention that Gabby's the one who sent Rachel the book in the first place? I did? Okay. Sorry, I just felt like I needed to bring it up again for some reason. But then when she was trying to accuse the music video of copying hers, it was all, oh, Miss Bebe Rexha, please, oh, I love you so much and I'm such a fan of your work and I'm so sorry to bother you, but I think maybe you might have just a tiny bit copied my music video. And again, I'm sure you had nothing to do with it. Absolutely nothing. I would never accuse you of such a thing. But like, dude, if the way you treat people is decided by how much clout they have, or AKA how much clout they can potentially give you, you're not a good person. And to your frequent complaints on how people bully you and how undeserving you are of that.
You're a bitch. What is it, you manipulative, narcissistic bitch? Face yourself, bitch. You mean Miss 4K views on your fucking makeup tutorial? Miss 4K views on your commentary piece a week ago? Yeah, I just checked.
Maybe you are the monster that's been there all along. I'm gonna call it there, you guys. Thank you so much for getting us to our first 1,000 subscribers. I don't even know how to say how much I appreciate it. And if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Mega church or mega cringe or mega mind. Growing up, my family always went to church. We went to tiny Baptist churches that had more Werther's candies than people. Sometimes we went to bigger churches that had Starbucks in the lobby. And one time we even went to a church that was inside an old subway building. I don't know how the subway went out of business. All you need to feed thousands of people is like 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. All that to say, I'm pretty familiar with the many variations of churches. But the one kind I haven't been to is a mega church. But Chad, what is a mega church? You know what a mega church is already. I know, but tell us anyway. A church qualifies as a mega church if it brings in a congregation of 2,000 people or more every week, which might not sound like a lot because we're so used to seeing huge numbers on the internet, like how Mr. Beast has 400 million subscribers. But thanks to this Mr. Beast video, we know that a congregation of 2,000 people would look like this.
2,000 contestants!
And thanks to this Mr. Beast video, we know that an 11-year-old girl crying and pleading for her place in a competition to win $250,000 would look like this.
You are a kind person.
Your time here is over.
I kind of developed a curiosity for mega churches about a year ago when I found this clip.
Sky is cracked and Jesus Christ comes again and every eye.
This pastor was apparently trying to drive home the point that Jesus will be coming again. Lucky guy. Man, I wish that was me. Which makes me wonder how many times he tried to tell this to the congregation before he resorted to this.
He will return, and it will be when you least expect it.
Okay, yeah, whatever,
sure.
we get it.
No, you don't get it. If you don't listen to me, I'm gonna turn pink.
Don't you mean red? Like with anger?
No, I mean I'm going to turn into famed singer-songwriter Pink.
But I started seeing a lot of videos similar to this one from an account called Pastors with Props that post some of the craziest over-the-top sermons that you ever did see. You might be thinking, why would you possibly need 3 expensive ass cars on stage in order to intro your sermon? And there's a very simple answer for that. You don't. You don't have to do that. It's fine if you don't do that. Actually, there was a pretty good reason for this. He wanted to be Marty McFly. Guys, he has to go back in time and stop the crucifixion, so he doesn't have to come into work anymore. A lot of these sermons feel like they were created for reasons other than spreading the gospel. Some of these pastors seem to have realized that they can have whatever they want on stage as long as they find some kind of way to relate it to their sermon.
God, I thought you was doing something. How do I get out of? I'm your anchor.
Oh, brother.
Did you really need to spend probably tens of thousands of dollars on an ocean set with rain machines and an entire real boat just to say that God is your anchor? That's one of the least groundbreaking messages in the gospel. Or water breaking, because the anchor goes through. I don't know if they get to personally keep the items they use on stage and if this is some kind of way to get things they already wanted while getting to write it off as a church expense, but it's kind of really hard to think it's not.
We're all going on a journey, walking through life. When it comes to who Jesus is, what direction are you headed?
I don't know, but I know what direction you're heading. None. You're not going anywhere. There is no way, allegedly, that he didn't just see the TikTok trend of people buying these under-desk treadmills and wanted one for himself, and then use this sermon as an excuse to buy it for the church. He's literally standing on a massive stage by himself. He could have just done this. You know, sometimes it feels like we're just walking through life. And then other times we're not getting enough steps in, so we need a compact treadmill for our home office. He literally walks to the treadmill to demonstrate walking. And you know what? He didn't even need to do that. We know what walking looks like. It's not like we were struggling to picture what he was talking about. You know, the other day I was thinking, while I was on the toilet, this is what that looks like, by the way. And I started thinking, you know, we're all just kind of farting our way through life. For some reason, vehicles seem to be the most common things for these pastors to incorporate. I don't know why. It couldn't be because those are some of the most expensive things you could incorporate into a sermon. It couldn't be that. It couldn't be that reason. Obviously, we have Marty McFly, we have the boat, but we also have a full stage of motorcycles, which might seem like a flashy, pointless expense, but they're actually part of the choir. You should hear them sing. They've got crazy pipes. And then we have this.
Man, that was amazing. What's that? Woohoo! I did double loops. I did not expect a double loop.
I mean, I guess this is fine as long as he's got some kind of way to tie it back into the message and it's not something obvious and dumb, like life is full of ups and downs.
You know what? Life is full of ups and downs.
Never mind. When I was going through these videos, this roller coaster just kept showing up.
You know, I broke my foot yesterday.
Oh my God, bro. He went around twice. Why does he need to go around twice? It's so awkward. This was longer than actual roller coaster rides. That went on for so long that by the time he got off, his name was Ed Old. I do like the theme song for this event, just being people singing the word of the thing on stage. Under the treadmill, under the treadmill, out of touch rock star, we just rock star. Here's the roller coaster again at a different church. Except this time they have a curtain of sparks. Jesus loves a curtain of sparks. And here it is again at a different church.
Come on, somebody make some noise! Come on, everybody, give it up for Jesus today.
This prop is even crazier to me because there's barely an attempt to hide the fact that this has nothing to do with preaching. This is just a way for them to make a grand entrance, like they're headliners at a concert. He does give this line to try and tie it back in, though.
It's amazing to have a creative God who has creative stuff going on, and when the world is in chaos and they're all flipping upside down, we're just having a good time.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Please be seated. You know, it's great to have a creative God who makes creative things, like roller coasters. And next week, he's gonna create me a Porsche. My favorite part, though, is when the crowd doesn't cheer enough for their extravagant entrance and he calls them out for it.
What? Come on, you can do better than that.
We know that a lot of you in the crowd today can't afford to take your families to Disney World, so we decided to spend thousands of dollars recreating one on stage to right in front of your impoverished faces. Now clap. Clap louder. I tried to look into the church that had this roller coaster, but it turns out this is one big church group conglomerate with a bunch of locations in 3 different states. So I assume they're shipping this one roller coaster around, which I'm sure is easy to do since it's so tiny and small and skinny and light. I also tried to find out how much it would cost to make this thing and found this ride manufacturing company saying that a small roller coaster can cost up to $50,000. What the fuck do you mean? I don't really care if it got more than one use by being shipped to their other churches. There was no need for it to exist in the first place. $50,000 could have helped everyone in your congregation that couldn't afford rent that month. Or a car. You could have bought a whole car for a family in your community that needed one. I don't care if you get more than one use out of something that's useless. Hey man, when you're done with the giant, broken, and also empty gumball machine, can I borrow it? Ah man, I would, but I actually loaned it to Paul. What? I'm sorry. Why? Yeah, and I'm not gonna be done with it for a while. But Paul, I need it to... Well, too bad, because I'm using it for... Bitch. Alright, that's it. Oh yeah? What are you gonna do? Come on, guys, please, don't bring it. Oh, when I catch you, don't run it in place at each other, guys. I wish I could say we were done talking about mega churches bringing vehicles on stage, but we're not even close to that. I haven't even talked about this yet. What is this? Is this some kind of monster truck thing? Assembly? No. This is a men's church event. Church. This is church. This is the annual Stronger Men's Conference hosted by James River Church, which has 16,000 regular attendees.
This is the craziest thing I've seen in my life. Why are there trucks? Why is there so much fire? Why are there flames? Was that Master Chief? Is that fucking Master Chief?
The conference has a fantastic lineup of world-class speakers and a Stronger Warrior competition, which as far as I can tell is similar to like American Ninja Warrior, because you're not a good Christian unless you can scale up a fiberglass wall with your bare hands. Jesus said so. According to their website, their world-class speakers include superstar athletes like Harrison Butker. You know that guy who spoke at a college and told the women graduating that day that they should probably just have babies instead? You know the guy who definitely shouldn't speak in front of thousands of people? He probably shouldn't speak at all, ever. Also, according to their website, if you just scroll down here, you can actually register today. Register today. I mean, register today. 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 They have monster truck rallies, MMA fighting, Master Chief. I still don't know what that's doing here, but I'm sure this alone was thousands of dollars. They've got bull riding, and finally, they've got throwing football on stage. This conference is like what you would get if you handed millions of dollars to a bunch of 12-year-old boys. Essentially, they have 2 days of grossly exorbitant entertainment, throw a couple sermons in there somewhere, charge people $200 a pop, and then abracadabra, you've made $2 million of tax-free money. Allegedly. But maybe I'm being a little unfair. I mean, the whole point of this is to become better fathers, sons, friends, and husbands. And you can't put a price on that. Babe, I know you want me to be a better husband by like taking out the trash sometimes, or maybe talking to our kids. But the only way for me to do that is to go to church and become a better man by watching a monster truck crush other smaller trucks. I saw this comment on the Tank clip and it says, what if I told you thousands of salvations come from these conferences? It's great people share these clips, but what about the clips of all the men worshiping God together? Strange that you never see the best part shared. Instead, out of context snippets cut down to support a childish claim. And I think that's funny because the account that posted this clip didn't have a caption. There was no claim. It was just a clip of the conference. Hey, you can't show this clip of me picking a wedgie out of my ass in Walmart. This implies that I would pick a wedgie out of my ass in Walmart. I'm sure there is some amount of worship happening at these conferences. I would hope so, since that's supposed to be its entire point. But I think if it took being lured in by monster trucks and fire and sparks and MMA fighting and motocross competitions and tanks for you to find God, then you probably didn't want to find him that bad. Dear God, please. I can't focus. I need some white noise. Dear God, please help me find peace. I know all of this might seem like an excuse for guys to get out of the house for a weekend and watch sports, but the church does also have one for women. Except this one is boring. It looks like all they have is singing and speaking, and they're even holding Bibles here. That's weird. What's that about? I was gonna ask why the ladies don't need all that extra entertainment to find God too, but then I remembered how hard it is for husbands to find anything, and God's probably harder to find than a bottle of mustard behind the orange juice. So I've got to cut them some slack. Oh, also the women's conference is $230 per person instead of the $200 they charge per person at the Stronger Men's Conference, which I think is good, actually, because at least some taxes are being paid here, even if it's just the pink tax. The pastor of this church has also used his sermons to try and get people to vote against laws he doesn't like.
And if you live in the city of Springfield, we're asking you on April 7th to vote yes to the repeal of the sexual orientation and gender identity bill.
And his reasoning for this was homosexuality is a sin according to the Bible, and Christians should vote for repeal. But that's not what he was saying when his church hired a male stripper to perform at the Stronger Men's Conference. I don't really see how male pole dancing will strengthen these husbands and fathers. I think the only strengthening happening here is probably in the pastor's pants. Anyway, moving on to a different megachurch. Just kidding, it's a Justin Timberlake concert. Gotcha, bitch. Sorry, you're not a bitch. Just kidding, yes you are. But the fact that you almost can't tell a difference between a church service and a famous celebrity's concert, I think is a very bad sign. I feel like this is all in an attempt to get more people to come into church. I'm sure there's a lot less people physically going into church every Sunday nowadays, and this is how some of them are trying to adapt. They think they need to make things louder and flashier. They think they need to have Master Chief. I still don't know why that was there. But to me personally, this has very much the opposite effect. This doesn't do anything except boast how much wealth some of these churches have, to the point that they're able to toss it into these pointless theatrics instead of actually helping people the way their religion teaches they should. And I don't know exactly what Jesus would do, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be this. Hello, it's me, the Lord, and I want you to follow me. I am Halo reaching for you so that I can give you my love.
Yes, sir.
Which is Halo Infinite. All I want is to be there, Halo for you. And you never have to be afraid, because I will fight your Halo wars. Together we will be unstoppable, because I am the Master Chief of the universe. This is my second video in a row that ends with the Halo theme song. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Oh man, which of these perfumes do I use? I don't know anything about smelling good. If only there was a Polish media personality and businessman who licks bottles here to give me advice. Oh my god, it's a Polish media personality and businessman who licks bottles here to give me advice. Yay! This is a good thing that's happening right now. Hey guys, do you like smelling things? Do you like getting sprayed on your skin with a liquid and then sniffing that liquid and going, top-notch liquid? Then you're gonna love Jeremy Fragrance. Jeremy is not a new phenomenon. He's been on the internet way longer than I have. He's been reacted to and discussed before because people can't quite comprehend him as a person or why he does the things that he does. Jeremy Fragrance started out on YouTube as a cologne connoisseur, not a colon connoisseur. He doesn't know shit. And in the beginning, he seemed to be actually helpful. He would review colognes and compare them. Sometimes he would poll people in real life to see which one they preferred. He was literally conducting field research for noses. He had this suave, confident aura and was always wearing a freshly pressed suit. And most importantly, he only talked about fragrances.
Oat milk is the most similar to mother's milk. It smells so gorgeous. Oh,
Which makes it very convenient that his real and legal name is Jeremy Fragrance. That's such a coincidence. That's like if my name was Flawless Body and Skin and Hair and Personality, because I'm an expert in all of those things. Skip forward a few years to 2024, or don't do it. It's worse here. And recently it's been a little harder to get Jeremy to stay on topic. He does still talk about fragrances every now and then, but not as much as he does things like this. And when he does do a review, he'll start out talking about the cologne, but then by the end reveal some kind of deep secret about himself. Just like me after having 2.5 lemonade Trulies.
And the last one I don't talk so much about is Perry Ellis 360 Red. I love it, man. It's the dildo of the fragrance industry.
I'm sorry, it's the what of the fragrance industry? I don't think that's necessary, Jeremy. You don't need to use that. Right. So be sure to check out the link in the description. Thank you to Bellesa Boutique for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. But the most important update in Jeremy's content and his life journey is that he is looking for a girlfriend. And no one really saw this coming. He's only vaguely alluded to it in the past.
All right, ultimately, of course, I want to have a girlfriend and a wife.
What I want is what I need to find somebody. I want a girlfriend, baby, and marry her.
I'm still searching for a girlfriend. Nice.
But now it's finally time for him to find the one and settle down. Love is just in the air. And so is a lot of Dior Sauvage. But when you're a guy like Jeremy, a genuine connection can be hard to find. He's been busy. He's got his own fragrance business to run, and he found Jesus as well.
#1 fragrance icon that follows the teachings of Jesus.
People are always finding that guy. Maybe he doesn't want to be found. If he keeps hiding like that, found you.
No, I thought this was a good spot.
Just found Jesus.
And now you're tweeting it. Of course. Of course you are.
Risen.
Now everyone's gonna know where I am.
So Jeremy decided to take matters into his own hands and announced that he'd be finding his soulmate with the power of social media.
So I'm looking for a girlfriend. You must be Christian and you must be under 32. I was thinking 35, but let's say under 32.
In his announcement video, he only mentions 2 requirements for being his potential girlfriend. She has to be under 32, even though he's 35. And I can't decide if him only having 2 specifications is a bad thing or a good thing. On one hand, it seems like you have more requirements for someone you want to spend the rest of your life with. But on the other hand, if this is what you're posting on Instagram, I don't know if you're even allowed to have 2 of them. But as time went on, Jeremy started posting a couple more demands, like for example, that she needs to be 100% committed to him. He is looking for marriage, so that makes sense. And that she needs to be able to give birth to children, which is a weird thing to specify. What else is she gonna give birth to? Congratulations, Mr. Fragrance.
The baby's here?
Uh-huh. You've got a healthy 1.7 ounces of perfume on your hands.
No! I knew this would happen.
The lighting is different because I had to block out the sun. It was frying me and cooking me, and I'm sweating, and I had sweat in between my boobs and every part. Based on other people's videos, it looks like Jeremy responds to the women he's interested in and requests additional information from them, like their Snapchat usernames. I can't even express how big of a red flag that is. Nothing says you're ready for marriage and commitment and a family like asking a woman for her snap. Hey, you want to communicate on the one app that makes communication disappear? If it makes you feel any better, there's also a map that shows me your location 24/7. He also seems to routinely ask them to send videos addressing him directly, probably to verify that they are who they said they were in their application.
Hi, Sophia. I asked for a video of you. Can you send me a video of you saying something like, "Hi, Jeremy"?
And once he has that information, he can move on to the more important questions, like how old are you? And are you a virgin?
And is it possible at your age that you're still a virgin, Maria? Is it possible that you are still a virgin?
Why are you asking that, Jeremy? So yeah, I want you to be able to have children. I also want you to have 0 knowledge about the thing that creates children. The only way this would be appropriate for him to ask is if he is a virgin in his mid-30s. He just wants to make sure he's using skill-based matchmaking. They've got to be on the same level. 0. Hey, do you know what you're doing? No. Good, because I fucking don't either. The way he phrases the question too somehow makes it even worse. Is it possible that at your age, 30-ish, right, that you have remained pure of soul and body? Kinda weird if you haven't, says me, I'm saying that, me, the guy who engages in sexual activities with cologne bottles. In this one, he even takes a dig at this woman's appearance.
Hey, pretty woman with the intense teeth.
Intense teeth. Jeremy, you have incense teeth.
This is frankincense, and I will eat a bit of this.
You have no room to talk, literally, because your mouth is so full of things that you're not supposed to put in your mouth. And I really wish it was, but this isn't even the worst thing he sent to someone on Snapchat.
I gotta interrupt your video. I got totally a boner seeing your face and seeing you talk. Totally a boner in my pants, but I'm not going to show it.
What the fuck are you doing? You can't send videos like this to someone you don't know who follows you on Instagram because you're a public figure. Also, he mentions here that the video she sent him was of her simply talking, was just of her face, so this reply was completely inappropriate and uninvited. Also, I read her comments, and this girl is 18 years old. 35-year-old man, by the way. And she claims he was fully aware of that fact and even commented on it, calling her ultra young, ultra yuck, ultra ewy. I thought he was looking for someone to have a child with, not an actual child. When he said under 32, I didn't realize he meant as under 32 you can get without him risking jail time. Now we understand why he needs to spray himself with so much cologne. It's because he's a massive piece of shit. Sending videos like this appears to be a pattern for him because it is. He does it a lot.
You're so flirty, just seeing your text makes me, if I can say so, erected.
Even going as far as requesting specific pictures or videos from them.
Later, without the top that you're wearing now, would be an interesting picture, Corey.
Are we still following the teachings of Jesus Christ here, Jeremy? I don't know where he taught this. I must have missed that chapter. And on the 8th day, he said, "Thou shalt get thousands of women to add you on Snapchat so that thou can use thy influence in order to solicit nude pictures of them." Amen. And these are just the cases of him doing this that people have posted, so it's very likely that he does this all the time. But he's looking for a committed woman, guys. He said so. He said it's great when woman is dedicated to man, so that he can be dedicated to aging like a fragrant, skinned, unrefrigerated avocado. It seems like he's always been kind of weird with women based on the fan interaction videos he posts. Jeremy runs into fans a lot. It's almost like he's the one seeking them out. His thing when he runs into them is to try and guess what kind of fragrance they're wearing, and when it's a guy, it's a pretty normal interaction, but when it's not, he feels the need to make some kind of comment on their physical appearance.
Wow, what a woman. Very attractive woman. Just female Musk. Your girlfriend?
Yeah, this is my girlfriend.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is it okay that I smell you real quick?
Yeah, I mean, I don't...
Basically, he can't see a woman or a girl without trying to flirt with them in some way. So it's safe to say that I have a lot of competition. I don't know what it was, okay? Maybe it's the way his hips thrust in a sporadic, irregular way, or the way he lives so dangerously on edge of the age of consent. But there is just something about him, and I can't live with the regret of never even trying. Just want it noted that I started my quest of trying to get Jeremy to fall in love with me before I figured out he's a terrible person, unworthy of my time. So it's exactly like every dating experience I've ever had. And so I shot my shot. I shot my shot on Instagram, and he didn't even look at my story. I shot my shot on Instagram again. I shot so much shots that the state of Tennessee actually tried to protect my rights. But it didn't matter because Jeremy still didn't notice me. So I decided to try and play by the rules. I painstakingly crafted the perfect opening message that no man could decline, and then sent it post-haste to his application email. It reads as follows. Dear Jeremy, if that is your real name. It's not, by the way. His name is Daniel. Who does that? Who says their name is something when it's actually something completely different, really, and not that at all? What kind of annoying? My name is not important, and I am a 27-year-old female. Works out semi-regularly and is fertile. Extremely fertile. I have 10 children. I'm also a virgin. Jesus is my number 1. You can be my number 2, though. I'll call you my little doo-doo. This is what I look like, and I would love to chat with you via FaceTime or Instagram. Please. And then I waited for days. I didn't even leave my desk. I've been sitting here the whole time. I've peed into every container that can hold pee, and I'm fresh out of containers. Please send help. Or Tupperware. But even after all my efforts, Jeremy didn't respond. What was I doing wrong? I checked all of his boxes. I even gave him a cute nickname. It's cute. It's adorable. The next morning, to my dismay, I saw this on Jeremy's Instagram. Who is that? That should be me. That should be my hand being awkwardly put on his face. That should be my foot being awkwardly put on his face. I felt defeated and relieved. Heartbroken.
mostly relieved. But I'll never stop trying. I'll never stop imagining the future we could have had. I'll never forget.
I'm giving up. I'm not trying to get his attention anymore.
Oh.
I don't want to date him or talk to him.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave up. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. And it's been really cold and gloomy, and I'm tired of winter. I needed some greenery. And as I was viciously scrubbing green hair dye from my ears last night, I was thinking, you know what we haven't done in a while is watch some premium POV content. So we're gonna watch some of those today because they always seem to make me feel a lot better. Not really. I found this page, and this is the self-proclaimed Spider-Man of POVs with some romance sprinkled throughout. They're incredible quality, so that this time we get to watch the unnecessary lip bites and thumb licks in 4K. What an incredible time to be alive. This is the video that led me to finding this page, and there are no laws specifically, I don't think, against whatever this behavior is, but there absolutely should be. This girl is just trying to reach her plain vanilla yogurt, and this guy falls to his knees next to her and stares at her like he's about to practice making out with himself in a mirror. Why does he smirk for hours after being pushed to the ground? Is he proud of what he's done, or is he embarrassed of what he's done? Why is he wearing handcuffs as a fashion accessory? We may never know. He did steal her pads though. He picked them up, but he never actually gave them back. He was too busy making the eggs behind him wish they'd never been born. Have eggs been born though? Or are they... Is the egg born first, or is the chicken born? So this first POV seems to be a kind of tutorial on how to cheat on a test. So all you're gonna need is a classroom with only 2 students and an eraser riddled with toe jam. The teacher's paying super close attention, obviously, which is why he can't just hand it to his friend. Instead, he has to take off one shoe and then disappear behind his desk for nothing too conspicuous, just like 5 minutes, and then reappear and nod to his friend. Way less conspicuous, and you now have a fungal infection as well. He also ends up having to step on top of the shoe and super nonchalantly drag it across the floor, and the teacher still doesn't notice. So it's a very successful tutorial. I don't know if it would still work if the test was not multiple choice. Dude, hey, what'd you get for question 2? You mean the essay question? Hey, no talking. Come on, dude, please help me out. Here you go. Hey, you two, stop conversing. That's a good one. That's good. That's funny. No, I'm giving you both an F. This isn't what we mean when we say we want to be swept off our feet. This girl must just live in constant fear. People are constantly taking shit away from her. She can't eat. She can't pick up a pencil off the ground. She's not even allowed to play with... What is the point of suspending her in the air anyway? It's not like they have a huge height difference. It's a lot of work for her to just be barely hovering above the ground. I've always wanted to share a truly passionate kiss. There's just something so romantic about staring deeply into each other's eyes while surrounded by the stars and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. POV, you saved her from a psychopath. You know those pictures usually on Facebook and it's someone shielding their loved one and they've got like arrows in their back? This is the video form of that. I say I'm fine, but really on the inside, I'm saving her from a psychopath. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt, okay? And let's say that they can't move because their grip on the knife is just too strong. She has both hands free. She could go anywhere. She could call the police. She could find something to fight back with, but instead she chooses to just stand there and look mildly concerned. She even looks bored sometimes, which I probably would too. We don't know how long they've been standing here like this. Bethany, I've been stabbed. Oh no. Bethany, I've been stabbed. Oh no. Bethany, I hast been stabbed. Okay, Jesus Christ. I know. What? It was you all along? I don't know how you haven't figured this out by now. Et tu, Bethany? Where are we? I don't know. It's probably fine. So this girl is getting bullied again, some more, but thankfully Spider-Man stopped his NASCAR race in time to help out. I love the fact that Spider-Man revealed his suit just to do this, because then it's like he's been waiting for someone just to even steal a pack of gum so he can reveal his secret identity to the world. Pro tip, you actually don't have to be a superhero to stand up for someone who's getting bullied. Oh, I know. I also kind of feel like the punishment is disproportionate to the crime here. Like, of course, you shouldn't trip people when you're at school. Don't do that. Also, don't stomp people's heads into walls, though. He could be dead. I mean, we don't know the strength of this Spider-Man variant. R.I.P. guy who was also wearing a NASCAR racing suit for some reason. But not really, because you were a one-dimensional bully not worthy of our sympathy. Ka-chow. Yeah, don't even think about giving the popular girl homemade sewing kit cookies.
Loser.
She's way out of your league. Do girls only like pretty guys? The only way she would ever actually like me is if I didn't have to wear these doggone lensless glasses that somehow alter my entire appearance. Can we stop this trope in 2022? People with glasses are hot, okay? We have Velma, Milo James Thatch, Dwight Schrute, Edna Mode. Also, what is it with you guys and not wearing your shoes in class? They're just not allowed to wear shoes in class anymore because the teacher finally figured out how they were cheating. So this guy is running away from this guy. We don't know why. It says he's a bandit, but he's not holding anything, so I don't know what he could have stolen. It could be the bracelet or maybe the band-aid on his face. It's a cartoon-themed band-aid, so it might be an NFB, a non-fungible band-aid. Anyway, he finds this girl at a party of one, as in she's the only one at the party, it's just her. And she reveals that her jacket is actually Frodo's cape from The Return of the King. But he doesn't usually play the criminal. Actually, the main type of POVs posted on this page are the hero complex ones. And I say hero complex because it's literally called the hero playlist. The quiet kid got tired of being bullied and decided to take revenge. But don't worry, guys, I stopped him. Yeah, that kid. He's quiet. We hate him. I don't know if you can call yourself the hero in this scenario, but at least he actually does something in this POV, because there are several, as we've seen, where he saves the day by just smoldering. Only smoldering. He doesn't even have to speak a single word to send fear down the spines of bullied children. And there's always red and blue flashing lights in these for ambience, I guess, even though that would mean that the police were already on the scene. I guess they just couldn't handle it. They had to call in the hero so that he could smirk the villain to death. They just stand for so long. Like, imagine a superhero movie where they just act like they're about to fight the whole time. You've gone too far this time, Dr. Squid. You'll never stop me, arachnid boy. Oh yeah? Well, what if I do this? Oh my god. No, I don't feel anything. Really? I mean, there's a slight burn, but I recently got a UTI, so I think it's probably just residual. Those are rough. I'm sorry, man. It's okay. Do you want to do this tomorrow? Be perfect, actually. Let me just grab my death ray. Megan Josephine, we'll see you tomorrow. Oh yeah, I serve literally no other function to the plot, so that's fine. Bye, Megan. Okay, y'all have fun. Hey, you want to go get froyo? Bye. Oh my god, yes. I love froyo. Oh wait, guys. I like the orange, but they got rid of it. Really? And now they just have cookies and cream. Well, they also kind of feel like you should be eating citrus right now, right? My nose itches. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, my name is ChadChad. And this is where the magic happens. The Etsy magic. If there's one thing I've learned in my time on Earth, is that things don't always go how we want them to. And when that happens, there's only so much you can do. You can go to therapy, join a pickleball league, or as I've recently learned, you can go to Etsy.com and pay a witch to make things go your way. I've started getting a lot of spiritual TikToks on my feed recently. Some are just your typical tarot readings that usually go like, I'm seeing that a sexy Libra wants to date you, and also you're about to win $10 million. And that's clearly insane. I would never date a Libra, but I've also been getting TikToks where people have decided to use the spiritual realm for their own advantage.
Me acting like he's crazy for texting me saying he misses me even though I paid a random witch on Etsy $5 to put a spell on him.
A new life hack on TikTok is enlisting the help of witches on Etsy in order to get whatever you want, basically. If you want your ex to come crawling back, if you want your situationship to text you more often, just put a spell on them. Because if there's any guy worth pursuing, it's one that requires supernatural forces to want to talk to you. And this is nothing new, it's a tale as old as time. We'll go to great lengths for love, even if it means buying a spell to get it. But now instead of having to promise your firstborn child, just send him a little cash app. For only $19.99, you too can get a guy named Daryl to call you 20 times in 2 minutes. I've gotten a pretty similar result by not paying my credit card bill, but that guy's name is Capital One. Personally, I really like the idea of being able to get powerful magic from the same place you'd get a resin keychain. Welcome, traveler. Browse my wares. Could I interest you in handmade earrings that were definitely not dropship, or perhaps an incantation that turns all who have wronged you into dust? I also have cheats. So after seeing so many success stories, I was curious. I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. Maybe there's an Etsy spell that can make the months November through February disappear, so I don't have to live through them. Or if there's a spell to make someone call you more, maybe there's a spell that can make Capital One stop calling me. That guy is obsessed with me. It's honestly really embarrassing for him. So I decided to do some shopping. Some Etsy shopping. Okay, we're gonna try and find some Etsy spells that are gonna help us find love. Maybe some spells that are gonna make us look really good and give us a jawline. But someone who can extreme millionaire lottery spell. Done in less than 12 hours. Spell with me and my oldest grandmother. That's not that big of an achievement. You only have 2 grandmothers. $32.87, but it's on sale for 75% off. Usually it's $131.47. So it's actually like we're losing money if we don't buy this spell. The thing about buying Etsy spells that makes it a little difficult is that you aren't buying anything concrete. And I love buying concrete. The results of a spell can't be guaranteed, so you have no way of weighing a purchase or deciding if the seller is trustworthy or not. It's basically just having to believe that the seller will do what what they say they will do. And if there's one kind of person I trust, say it with me, it's people selling me things on the internet. So the only real option I had was to go based on reviews, and those weren't always entirely helpful. Okay, so Tal Ehrlich, thank you for the good and fast service. So I guess that means that Tal won the lottery within the last 4 days? Yeah, that's right. I was homeschooled. Carol Ann said, Luna is an angel. I got my spell. It was super quick and on the night of the full moon, so extra strength. I haven't had a chance to try any lotteries or anything. Landed in hospital yesterday. Okay. Did the spell do that? Luna, I wish you all the love in the world for you and your grandmother. I'll let you know how I get on as soon as anything happens. Okay, so this is an interesting review because she hasn't actually received what she paid for, but she still left 5 stars. This toothbrush is gonna be really cool, and I wish the seller all the love in the world. We'll update you once I have the toothbrush. One might argue that I should have waited to write this review, but why do tomorrow what you can do today? That's what I'm always saying. That's what my oldest grandmother is always saying. Bring back Stubborn X spell. I would rather die. Detailed, brutal reading. What is a brutal reading? It's like they read you a book, but then at the end they beat the shit out of you. Brutal tarot reading, same hour. Brutally honest psychic reading. Okay. Chad, female, general. Like if I'm a war commander? Yes. Love. Is that a yes or no question? I don't know. Wait, or am I in love? Okay. No. Single. Career. Turbulent. Past life. Aren't you supposed to know that question? How am I supposed to know? I have no future. Hopefully not. And then the other goal can be that somebody confesses romantic feelings of some sort to me. And I know what you're thinking, Chad, set realistic goals and expectations. Don't set your goals too high. A lot of the spells I found had to do with love and obsession, with some specifically aimed for stubborn targets, and that's kind of fucked up. Super strong love spell for stubborn target. That's kind of gross. Whether you believe in spells or not, I think it's pretty uncool to try and force someone to be in love with you. Even if the magic doesn't work, I think it's bad to put that kind of intent out there. What do you mean you don't want to date me? I'm great. If I could take away your free will, I would. That's something I'd like to do, and I would if I could. I'm a catch. You. I'm a catch you. Removal of all negativity, spells, magic, evil eye, and curses on you. Okay. All right. Maybe we should do this one because my dryer just stopped working. Actually, it started working too much. It won't turn off. My dryer spins no matter if I power it on or off, and I have to turn it off. I have to turn off the breaker. So I'm going to do this one. And the next couple weeks weren't great. Luck-wise, I didn't notice any huge differences. I still had some repair issues around my place, but I did find this shirt. So my luck has turned all the way around. Another kind of spell I saw a lot were ones that claim to turn you into some kind of supernatural being. Become a vampire spell. Guys, oh my God. We can become the Hulk. Powerful transformation spell, vampirism spell, vampire ritual. Oh my God. What does that mean? Does that mean that I'd start drinking human blood? The description says absolutely nothing about what we can expect from this spell, but I'm expecting this. I'm expecting to look like this AI generated image of this vampire that looks kind of like Henry Cavill, and then this AI generated image with someone who also looks like Henry Cavill. Also, guys, okay, I'm not gonna pass up the opportunity to be the Hulk. I'm not gonna pass up the quick cast, fast acting spell to give me supernatural strength. Add to cart. I also grabbed a spell called Best Body Spell, which promised me the physique of a Greek god. Oh wait, Best Body Spell. Here we go. This is the one I was looking for. We gotta get a spell that makes us sexy. Here's them casting the spell that's gonna give us abs. An 8-pack, preferably. I'm assuming that this is what happens when the spell takes effect. Really hoping my skin melts off of my skeleton. If that doesn't happen, I'm gonna be disappointed. Spells by Austin. Bye-bye, Austin. Bye-bye. I'm happy with this shop. Interesting spells, cast on time. Great conversation with Austin. Overall, I'm very satisfied. Nobody's getting to the gravy, the biscuits and gravy of the situation. I want to know when I can expect my abs to come in. I want to know when my biceps come in. Add to cart. And this one actually worked. I was hoping for Zeus-like abs, but I have 5 extra heads now. I just forgot to clarify which Greek god physique I was getting, and that's really on me. I mean, that's really on us. I also got an intelligence spell, not because I need it. I just wanted to test it out. Increase intelligence, same day cast. Increase memory ability, increase IQ magic spell, increase focus and attention. I've been looking for this my entire life. I'm gonna add this one to cart and then we'll do a quiz, and then I'll take another quiz in 2 weeks after the spell has been cast and had enough time to take effect, and we'll see if I've gotten any smarter. Before I start and you judge my answers, okay, I want to reiterate, I was homeschooled. I did not have science classes or math classes. How many rings appear on the Olympic flag? There's like 6. Well, 6 isn't an option. What is the currency of Scotland? Haggis. Who painted the Mona Lisa? Well, Leonardo DiCaprio. They thought they got me with that one. What is the capital of Greece? I don't know. I don't live there. 84 out of 100. You're a trivia master. Your level of general knowledge, at least based on this house, is very impressive. Stop. Stop it. Quit. Okay, I'll see you guys in 1 to 2 weeks after the spell is completed and we're a genius with abs. And I'm gonna say that this one also worked. Testing this spell meant I had to conduct field research while investigating hypotheses, and if I hadn't bought this spell, I would never have done any of that. I hate critical thinking. I think what this proves is that frivolous online shopping makes me smarter, and I've always said that, and I've always believed that. Jack is taller than Peter, and Bill is shorter than Jack. Bill. Skill issue. Which of the following statements would be more accurate? Jack is taller than Peter and Bill is shorter than Jack. It doesn't matter because all of their Hinge profiles would say they're 6 feet. Bill, Peter, Jack. Bill, Peter. This is so stupid. Why does this not make sense in my head, in my brain? What is this? I need to make a drawing. This is Jack. All right? Jack is taller than Peter. Peter is shorter than Jack. And then Bill is shorter than Jack. I kind of made them all the same height, so this is a very confusing drawing. This isn't gonna help a lot. I don't fucking know. And I don't really care. This could literally be what they look like based on the information that we've been provided with. I'm gonna lock it in. I'm gonna say it's impossible to tell whether they're taller than Bill, right? I don't know why that took me 40 minutes. Now imagine how long that would have taken me before the Etsy spell. That would have been a nightmare. I also got a customizable love spell without a specific target. The parameters of the spell are that someone is supposed to confess feelings for me within 2 weeks of it being cast. But after that time frame passed, nothing was happening. No one was professing their love for me. No one was calling me, except for Capital One. Take a hint, guy, right? This is pathetic. But I understand it can be daunting to confess feelings for someone, so I decided to give them a little push, just to help them take the first step. First up was Gabby Bell, aka Gabby Balls, aka the creator of the Bing Bong song. Hey, she seemed to be snacking. I decided to get to the bottom of this. What are you eating?
You know.
Oh, she was holding back, but I moved on. Anyway, speaking of things that are yummy, I was just wondering if there's something you want to tell me. More resistance. There was something she didn't want to say, or something she really wanted to say. So I have to go. So.
Aw.
But.
Well, miss you.
Do you? Do you?
As much as I love dried mango.
Okay, I'm gonna put this one down as a maybe then, because you really like that mango. All right, well, thanks.
Love you.
And there it was. Next up was my friend Josh Dare, aka Fortnite Extraordinaire. Just a quick heads up, this guy farts and lies a lot. Hey.
Hey, yeah, what's up?
I was just calling to see if there's anything that you've been wanting to tell me, something that might be hard to tell somebody typically. So then this is just an opportunity for you to tell me if there is something like that you want to tell me.
You need to stop blaming all of your farts on me.
Here we go. I told you so.
There are so many times that we've been in a room together and we've been on opposite sides of the room and you've been blaming farts on me. I'm losing friendships. I've gotten warnings at work. I've gotten 2 write-ups.
We were getting off track. He wouldn't stop talking about his farts.
Like, you're a trusted friend and I love hanging out with you, but like, this can't keep going on.
Right. Okay. I hear you. Unbelievable. He can't stop for even a minute. And I gotta go.
Okay, but like, did you actually—
To document my transformation into the Incredible Hulk, I first needed to test my physical strength.
Time to do our strength baseline test. Here we have, this is 20 pounds. Let's try and do 40, and then we'll see if I can do it by the end of the week. Oh my God. Easy. Piece of cake.
But after a while, I hadn't seen any real results. I was still just a weak, puny human who could barely do one full push-up. But then I realized I was missing the key component of becoming the Hulk. Obviously, to complete my transformation, I needed to get really freaking ticked off. Okay, it's been 2 weeks. I'm gonna retry the 40 pounds now. Also, don't look at my feet because my shoes are stained. I said don't look at my feet. Is this 40 pounds? I feel like it's way easier to pick up now. I'm not joking. Why is this easier now? Okay, that's pretty good, but let's see if I can do 40 in each hand. But to do that, I think I need to fully be the Hulk, so if you could just help me.
You're a 27-year-old iPad kid. You constantly change your hair because you're deeply unsatisfied with who you are as a person.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You can't speak to me that way, okay? That's...
Are you actually trying right now?
Yes! And then I was just waiting on the become a vampire spell. I had to carefully monitor this one for obvious reasons, so I routinely had to eat Italian food, which sucked. I ordered Italian food and cheesy garlic bread. So we're gonna test and see if I'm deterred from eating this, which would mean that the vampire spell has started to take effect. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, I'm just kidding. It's fine. Oh no, I'm gonna have to order more Italian food and more garlic cheesy bread. Dang it. But I was patient and I never gave up no matter how much chicken Alfredo I had to eat. And finally, on one fateful day, it just hit me. Hold on tight, little spider monkey. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video because it's something a little different and I don't really know what I'm doing or where I am or what's going on or why my clothes are ripped or who destroyed all those roads in New York. But I'm gonna call it there guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, today we're talking about Joe. Mama. Of cringe. My name is ChadChad. Not really. And JoJo Siwa has been acting kind of silly lately.
Good morning to every single Steven Andrews out in this entire little baby. How's it going today, guys? Good.
She's been doing some weird things and moving her body in a weird fashion. Speaking of fashion, she's been doing weird things with that as well. My knee hurts. I'm not sitting because you guys told me to. I'm sitting because I want to. You can't bully me. If you're like me and never watched reality TV or Dance Moms where JoJo got her start, then your knowledge of her is probably bows. That's all I think of, that and asbestos for some reason. I don't know why. I'd have to do some more research, but I'm thinking about asbestos as always, right? JoJo's been a public figure for a while and is known for having a pretty young audience, thus the bows and bejeweling of the hair. She usually sings and dances in an aesthetic I can only describe as the human version of a glow stick. Everything about her is fluorescent, and if your eyes are exposed to her, recently anyway, then irritation may occur. By the way, I watched about 3 minutes of Dance Moms to try and understand where JoJo came from, and it's just like people getting mad at kids for having the coordination of kids, and they edit it like every mistake is an earth-shattering devastation. Hold on. Did you just point your toes? How could you do this?
I'm sorry,
Your mom is crying. You made your mom cry.
It was an accident.
You were an accident. But now JoJo is going through a kind of rebranding, and I say kind of because it's not the best rebranding we've ever... She's coming out with a new song tomorrow, actually, and I know that because she has not stopped talking about it.
JoJo, you coming out with some new music.
What?
Yes.
No one knows what's happening. No one knows what's going on. I do. I know what's happening. Nobody else. So fun to watch.
From what she said in her social media and in interviews, it seems like this song is supposed to break her out of her past career geared towards younger audiences and be the turning point that lets us know this isn't for kids anymore. She's not a good, sweet girl. In fact, you might even say she's a bad girl now.
Warning.
The following content is not made for children, may contain sexual themes, violence, strong language, dramatic scenarios, and flashing lights. Viewer discretion is advised.
But JoJo's transition into an edgier persona isn't really being taken seriously by people, specifically people on TikTok. Then again, nobody really takes anything seriously over there. Once she started teasing her new song and her new era, people started making predictions of what they thought it was gonna sound like, and they were completely right.
Karma's a bitch. Karma's a snore.
I'm a bad girl, bad girl.
I was a bad girl.
The lyrics from what we've heard so far are kind of cliche, kind of things that we've heard before in similar songs.
I want to start a new genre of music. And they said, what do you mean? And I said, well, it's called gay pop. Songs like Applause by Lady Gaga. It's the On My Own Miley Cyrus. Can't Be Tamed Miley Cyrus.
But according to JoJo, it's the music video we need to watch out for.
I've gotten this comment a lot. The thing is you think I have. Everyone's been talking about the song, oh, this about the song, that about the song. No one's even questioned the music video yet. I'm about to start sharing some things from the music video, and that's where shit gets real crazy.
What could it be, guys? What's gonna happen? I wonder if there could be music or video. What if there's both, guys? Guys, what if there's both? Everything I've seen so far in their marketing is exactly what you would expect. The lyrics are what you would expect. The dancing is what you would expect. And for something to be edgy, you have to be on the edge, you know? You have to edge us. In one of her podcast interviews, she mentioned she was actually worried to sing the lyrics to her new song.
I was very afraid of the lyrics of Karma. I wasn't ready to say I was a bad girl. If I had a wish, I would have never effed around.
I wasn't ready to say I'm a bit of a stinker. I wasn't ready to say F this or freaking dang it. You wouldn't last a second inside my mind. A single glimpse would drive you insane. Shoot. Crap. Fiddlesticks. According to some of her interviews, JoJo thinks that this is the most extreme jump from child star to adult artist that we have seen yet.
No one has made this dramatic of a change yet. No one has made, in my generation, this extreme of a switch. And I am the first in the generation. It is very scary, but someone's gotta do it.
They probably just didn't talk about it as much. In most of those cases, it just happened and they didn't have an entire campaign planned out. It's not as extreme and dramatic if you've been constantly warning us that you're about to do something extreme and dramatic. Hey, just letting you know, I'm about to jump out from behind that wall and scare you. What? No, don't do that. This is gonna be the most scared anyone's ever been. No. Are you ready? No. I'm gonna do it. No, don't. I'm gonna do it now. Don't do it. Boo. Nothing? No. I'm friends with Shane Dawson. Oh my god. At this point, she's teased and promoted this song so much that I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of what's happening in it, and I have yet to see the extreme part. She's been posting so many clips of this song on TikTok that after scrolling through her feed for about 30 minutes, I had it stuck in my head for the rest of the day. The rest of the week, actually. Me trying to get this song out of my head. This is me. Get it out, please.
Like it or not, what's been in your head the last 3 days?
You don't want to know, JoJo. You wouldn't last a single second in my dark and twisted mind. You don't want to know what's up here. Gosh. Darn. It's a torture. It's torture. Constant torture. She'll post videos from her car a lot, singing the song, mouthing along to the song, dancing to the song. She even got her car wrapped with her face on it to promo her new song, which apparently she's been doing for a while now, even when she's not promoting something. I barely want to see my face at all, much less pay thousands to have it plastered on a Kia Soul. So it's just a waste of money. Stop car wrapping. Sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. I said stop. Mom's spaghetti. I think one of the most controversial things about her new era, though, is the dance for her new song. She's been posting videos of the choreography, and people that are not fans, they don't like it. They don't like it at all. Not the whole dance, really. There's just this one part where she seems to be ad-libbing a bunch of extra movement. The other dancers don't seem to be doing quite the same dance that JoJo is, but despite the spinal trauma, she can't stop doing the dance. Literally, she'll go through the dance sitting in her car. She'll rehearse the dance after rehearsing for 12 hours. She'll rehearse the dance in bed. Get some sleep, JoJo. The dark circles under your eyes are getting alarmingly dark. No wonder she's moving like this. She's trying to stay awake. At the iHeartRadio Music Awards, JoJo hard launched her edgy persona with a new outfit and new aesthetic. Instead of the bright colors and rhinestones, they went with dark colors and rhinestones. I can kind of see what they were going for, but it's not really giving bad girl. It's kind of just giving state fair face paint. It seems like JoJo's mom is behind the rebranding to some extent. I don't know, that's just a personal theory. The PR surrounding this rebrand is just exactly what a 50-year-old mom's idea of rebellion would be. All right, here's the plan. What if you said, bitch? That's bad. That's pretty bad. What if you went to a red carpet event wearing makeup similar to a hip and current band? Like, I don't know, Kiss? I already had this as a working theory, and then I found this TikTok of JoJo not knowing who Gene Simmons is.
Like a sexy glam Gene Simmons sea creature.
Whoa.
Going on here.
You know, the amount of references that people have told me I look like in this video that I have no clue what they are is sickening. I'm adding that one to the list, but I'll take it.
That's a gavel. I rest my case. When I first saw JoJo talking about 12-hour rehearsals, I was thinking, wow, that's dedication. I can't think of anything I would want to do for 12 hours straight besides kiss and smooch Harvey from Stardew Valley. But then I realized that she has a team of dancers who also have to endure these 12-hour rehearsals. And that seems like a little much. I don't know if it's necessary either. This doesn't look like it requires recurring 12-hour sessions of rehearsal.
That was close. I'm getting better. I'm getting good. Ah! Oh my God.
My knee hurts.
Cut the cameras. Shut it down. Call an ambulance.
But intense rehearsals are nothing new for JoJo. Apparently, she and her mom started a pop group a while back with 6 young girls. She formed them after herself, kinda, with the bows and rhinestones and bright colors. It's basically like she tried to make 6 versions of herself and put them in a group together, which would make them JoJo's, JoJo's. They went with XOMG Pop. Mine was better. According to one of the members' moms, the conditions were way too intense for young girls. They say the rehearsals were long and physically exhausting, and the Siwas were allegedly trying to get the members to cry for the cameras and pit them against each other. One of the members had chronic health conditions, and days before one of her surgeries was at a rehearsal and started bleeding from her stomach, and Jessica Siwa told her to put a pad on it to keep blood from getting on the costume. The costume isn't the issue, Jessica. There shouldn't be blood at all. This is literally putting a band-aid on the situation. Also, they fired this member and her mom after her mom tried to say something about the conditions. So I guess JoJo is telling the truth. She was a bad girl. It's like they're trying to get people riled up and have some kind of reaction about how crazy she's being or how psycho she's acting. They're saying psycho. No one else is saying psycho, just them.
They probably think I'm psycho. Valid.
I'm sorry. The old JoJo can't come to the phone right now. Why? That bitch is in dreamland.
They even orchestrated a paparazzi session as JoJo is leaving a sex store.
Oh no, is this me holding a giant penis plushie while decked out in merch promoting my new song coming out on April 5th? I said April 5th, write it down. With the words 18 plus only conveniently hovering above my head? Guys, please. Come on. No photos.
Also, I took a screenshot of this picture for the video, and then the next day, Snapchat auto-generated me this collage, like they're related subjects or something. Just because there's 2 bones doesn't mean they belong in the same place, Snapchat. Anyway, I'm getting this framed. But guys, today is the day. The wait is finally over. Honestly, I'm a little excited, so let's go see what all the fuss is about.
Karma, 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 karma.
Okay, well, that had music and video. Bye. I don't want to talk about this. I know how dead my hair looks. This is my real hair, and I decided to bleach it over the weekend, and I'm surrounded by yes people who never try and talk me down, and now it's dead. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. Not really. You may notice there's more of a distance between us than usual. That's because this is the new camera, the one with 4K, and for my mental well-being, I need to be as far away from you as possible. I usually do my videos on one or more content creators that are pretty well known and are doing something particularly noteworthy. But today we're gonna be looking at more of a TikTok category. I don't have children, I have younger siblings, and my older sister has 8 kids with 1 on the way, so she's had more than enough for both of us. I do not need to procreate. But needless to say, I have babysat plenty of times and been around parents long enough to understand what kind of content is usually deemed appropriate for them to watch. Now, you do have to be 13 to make a TikTok account, but as someone who just turned 98 as of my last Facebook birthday, I think we both know that that doesn't really matter. I liked how we did last week's video where I took y'all along with me as I went through people's videos, as opposed to doing all my research and then writing my notes. So we're gonna do that again this week and hop into the rabbit hole together. I don't even know it. You know it. To the stage. Throw it. Throwing that ass for days. We're going up, down. I ain't got no problem spending all my money. I don't know the words. This is the first video I pulled up to watch on their account. This page is called Tito Lizardo, and I just want to point out how unassuming it looks. The characters remind me of that app with the cat that had cameras in its eyes that was spying on people. I think it was Angela. Cute, colorful, animated characters, and their original song is linked in their bio, which is on YouTube Kids. And the chapters, or whatever you call these new series things on TikTok, are titled stuff like having fun and friendship, which ironically is exactly what people say to me when I ask if we're a thing or not. All that to say, at first glance, this account is obviously for kids. So then what the f is this? Throw it, throwing that ass. I can't even tell what this character is. Like, this one is obviously a cat, and this one looks like a dinosaur with veneers and an inflated latex glove for hair. Do I know vowels? Do you know vowels? You're a cat. Why is there a smirk emoji here? Do you know vowels? And yes, that's my best attempt at a smirk. Hey, you come here often? You know vowels? Yeah, you do. What the fuck? My camera died here, and I only have 1 battery, so I ended up waiting for hours for it to recharge, and I ended up eating dinner and doing 3 loads of laundry because I have ADHD. It's hours later. Okay, so I went to their YouTube channel, and the music they released is in Spanish, so that might explain why they use the music that they use. But it doesn't really explain the animated ass groping between the 2 characters. You get the idea though. Their whole page is just them doing TikTok dances to popular sounds and using hashtags to make sure they reach their target audience. If you've seen one, you've seen them all, except you haven't seen them all. Thankfully. I probably have, because I have to screen record all these and scroll to the bottom of the page. Their page led me to this one, which is mostly a toy review channel, except almost every video is an ad read.
See this fun video? Well, what if I told you we could make it better with the Funimate app?
Actually, they're not ad reads. You know how in toy commercials or websites targeted towards kids, they'll have some kind of disclaimer like ask a parent for help, or make sure to have a parent or a legal guardian around when downloading this app or going to this website. Fuck that. What is this? The Middle Ages? No, we're gonna show the kids step by step how to download and then make purchases within the app.
I want a new doll!
Well, I've got just the app for that. First you click on shop.
Let's find the doll! I want this one! Let's see what it looks like in real life.
We do this by pressing grab AR. It looks like so much fun, let's buy it. We do that by pressing view details and then just buy product.
So they can do it by themselves. No supervision needed.
So Gabby's sitting just right there. We're gonna prank her.
Oh my god, are those string lights? You couldn't like throw them at her. You have to incorporate them in a way that makes them scary because they're not exactly menacing on their own. Like who's gonna react to LED lights just laying on the floor like this? So it's a 2-bed, 2-bath. The roof was just redone. I think it would fit your family perfect. It seems perfect. How quickly can we close? Oh, soon, very soon. Just one tiny thing I have to disclose. The previous owner did die in the house. This room, to be more specific. That's not a problem. I'm not worried about that. Perfect. I'll start the paperwork now. What was that? What was what? Never mind. Just curious though. Was it old age or? Oh yes. Yeah. He was definitely old when it happened. Yeah. There it is again. What is that? Anyway, so I'll get that offer in tonight and I'll talk to you. What? Where are you going? Oh no, I just have another appointment to get to, but I will see you tomorrow. Maybe. No, you can't just leave me here. What? Oh God!
It's time to prank my girlfriend with the legendary poo prank with not one, but 2 poos. So, all we need for this is 2 of these disgusting poos, some barbecue sauce, and let's not forget about the toilet. We'll start by placing the first poo on the toilet because we didn't make it. Then the second poo is gonna go open this door. To make it extra realistic, we have to put barbecue sauce everywhere.
Yeah, it was really important to put the barbecue sauce on there. They didn't look gross enough on their own. Oh my God, he smudges it everywhere. What is it with TikTokers and putting disgusting shit on toilets? In this case, literally.
Now we just leave a disgusting handprint. It's ready. Now let's call her in. Gabby, come here. I didn't make it to the toilet.
What is this? It's here as well.
This is bad. I'm definitely putting a warning on this one. I should have put a warning on my last video with the toilet TikTok, but I didn't think to. I'm sorry. Definitely gonna put one on here though, because this actually made me nauseous. This is just so much worse, in my opinion.
Gabby, come here. I didn't make it to the toilet.
This is a pointless critique, but who comes running like this to the words, "Babe, I didn't make it to the toilet"? And what do you want me to do about it? You're on your own. I'm not going in there. I might throw cleaning supplies at you from across the room before I leave, but that's only if I'm feeling generous that day.
Oh, no.
This laugh sound from TikTok, this one, triggers my fight or flight response. Every time I hear it, my entire body winces in emotional pain. You can always tell how unfunny a TikTok is gonna be when you hear this sound.
So my girlfriend's been really sad lately, and I wanted to do something extraordinary for her, and it's right behind this door. But before I show you what's behind the door, let's go get her so we can see what's behind the door together. And so I grabbed her hand and led her to the stairway up to the door. All she had to do was climb.
Gabby, be careful! There's LED lights on the stairs. No wonder she's been sad. She lives in constant terror.
Across the hallway, and there she was, right in front of the door.
I love the camera angle changes. It doesn't break my immersion at all. Okay, Gabby, open this door. There's a surprise for you behind this door, okay? Okay, wait, let me open the door so that I can get a shot of your first real reaction.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. I just saw everything in there. What do you mean? I mean, I just saw everything in the surprise. I just saw the surprise. Yeah, Gabby, you help me set it up. Now get in there and act like our relationship was perfect for clout. It's just strange to me how literally anyone can up and decide they want to make content for kids online. Most of the people I make my videos on do have a younger audience, but these people are actually marketing themselves exclusively to children. Like they aren't making content that can be argued that it's for any other audience.
What is she doing? Gabby, what are you doing?
Just listen to some music.
Which headphones are you using to listen to the music?
These ones.
The white ones? Try the black ones. They're magical and they change your voice. here.
I want to sound like Charlie D'Amelio.
Good morning, it's Charlie, and I decided I'm going to be vlogging today.
You want headphones that sound so good that they make you sound like anything you want? Go on our profile, click this link here, and use code 15GabbyFaye to get an incredible discount.
There's definitely a disconnect, I think, between the older generations and these newer social media apps like TikTok. My parents are technically baby boomers, and they had my little brother when they were in their 50s, so it'll be hard sometimes for them to see like animated characters and cutesy animals and see anything other than something that's been made for kids. I have another brother who is one of the most reckless, irresponsible people I know, and he has a TikTok account. The thought that he could tomorrow decide that he's gonna start making content towards kids and make money off of it is a nightmare. I'm not saying he would do anything creepy, but would he teach a bunch of 9-year-olds how to make a firework out of a red Solo cup and a tampon? Yeah. Yes, he would. Should he be able to do that? Probably not. I can't handle watching any more of this stuff today, so I'm gonna call it there. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to Cringe. My name is ChadChad. Not really. And yes, I know what you're thinking. I got a new shirt. I know that some of you are probably gonna be mad about this, but it's a wig. I didn't change the blue wig. I still have the blue wig. The blue wig is fine. Coraline is fine. It's all okay. I don't know if this really counts as a twinge of cringe. I'd say it's more a twinge of please, for the love of God, stop painting your countertops. This is probably gonna be more of a reaction video. I didn't really have time to plan a video this week because my regular job, it's just been crazy over there. I was gonna say that this will be more like a laid back kind of video, but watching this stuff, there's nothing laid back about it, really. I personally renovated or started renovating a bathroom about a year ago, and I say started because I haven't finished it. Still a year later and I haven't finished it. So I am in no place to judge. But TikTok, you know, while listening to my personal IRL conversations and my text messages, reading through those, as they do, you know, noticed this and started pushing a lot of DIY TikToks onto my FYP. So almost a year later, TikTok was like, you know who would love to watch this abomination of events go down? ChadChad, stick it on there, give it to her. She'll love that. Grace's videos documenting her DIYs started showing up on my FYP like every day. And every day they became more and more like a Saw movie in that they both filled me with horror and each one was somehow worse than the last. Of course, this video was not meant in any way to make fun of Grace. I don't know anything about her as a person. This is purely to show y'all something I found on the internet. And Grace, if you happen to be watching this, I think we all know what it's like to start a DIY project and then have it just completely derail. I know what it's like anyway, and it's fine. Your videos stress me out a lot, but it's fine. So we're starting off pretty tame. It looks like they've completely painted the bathroom floors with a matte black paint since it's covering everything, including the grout. But then they tried to add this stencil, which those are pretty popular on TikTok right now. And there is something kind of wrong with this stencil. The lines are bleeding more than me on my first period after the COVID vaccine. They're really bad and no one warned us. Why would they need to tell us anything about that? Where do y'all stand on the whole stenciling tile thing? Let me know, because I'm torn on it. I feel like on one hand, I think it looks good sometimes, and then on the other hand, I feel like in the future, they'll look at it how we currently look at 80s carpet over hardwood, except it's a lot harder to peel up layers and layers of paint than it is to just pull up carpet. They're getting white paint everywhere. That looks like a footprint. You can't have your work area be on top of your project area. That's like if Da Vinci used Mona Lisa's face as his
painting palette. This is the TikTok that really blew up. She started out painting the countertop, which I think it looks pretty good. She doesn't get very close to it, but it's like a speckled pattern. But right after this, she tries to Command Z the floor.
Okay, so everyone kept asking me for updates. I listened to a couple people who commented and told me to sand it. I tried that. Look, I even bought this fancy sander thing, but now all the layers are coming up.
And I think we skipped something because now the countertops are green.
Oh, and I painted the counter green, so
there's no video of that happening. I don't know what the motivation was. I thought it looked good before and she could just change the floors.
Like here, I'm trying to sand it to make it smoother.
She even paints the sink or the basin or whatever you want to call it. She painted the fuck out of it.
But I thought it looked better than the bugs, but now I'm just like, it looks like snakeskin help.
It looks so bad. This actually made my stomach drop, and it's thick too. It's so thick. It's clumpier than a 100 grand bar. Just stop trying to fix it. Quit putting more layers of green paint on top of it. If this was me, Grace, at this point, I would just move. The amount of money, and I know it's a little late, and this has probably already been said in her comments, but the amount of money spent on the initial supplies for the renovation and then the many trips back could have paid for a professional crew to come in and finish this in like a day. And then each member of the crew and their families could have gone together on an all expenses paid vacation. And I'm no chemist, but acetone, paint stripper, paint thinner, and is that acrylic paint? I'm just waiting for the TikTok where this entire room is melting in flames, which, assuming no one was injured, might be a mercy. I think the next few weeks are dedicated to her getting the green paint off the countertops, and she does. She finally does. She gets it all off and then she repaints it again with just white and it looks great. She bought the actual stick-on tiles to put on the floor and she painted the cabinets this really pretty green color that I like. So things are starting to look up, right?
Y'all, I was spraying the gloss on my cabinets. They were done. They were ready to go. Something happened with the gloss and it's like...
She has to strip the paint off the cabinets also. Every time I think it's getting better, it doesn't. I think the fact that the different colors of paint are literally everywhere is making this experience way more anxiety inducing. I mean, it makes sense because she's just gonna redo the floor anyway, but drop cloths, newspapers, I'd accept a single strip of paper towel. She does redo the floor and it looks great. And then she decided that she wants subway tile around her tub, which yeah, that would look cute. Subway tile is cute. Except she already had subway tile around the tub. So she took peel and stick subway tiles and stuck them over the actual subway tiles. It's like she's never seen her bathroom before. Sometimes it's like she looked at a completely different room when she planned this. Hey, architect person, did you finish the plans for the living room remodel? Oh yeah, totally. Here you go. Awesome. Thanks. Hang on. This is a drawing of the current living room. Yep. This is supposed to be the remodel. Yep. So we're just tearing down the current living room. Yep. Then rebuilding it. Yep. Exactly the way that it was. Yep. Okay, well, isn't that just a little pointless, though? Right, so I didn't look at the living room per se, but I did look at the pantry downstairs and just made the plans based off of that. So I think we should just go for it and cross that bridge when we get there. We are what? We're at that bridge right now. Huh. Weird.
Does anyone know why this happened to my beautiful countertop? Please, anyone? Everything was like literally perfectly fine, and then I look over and this is happening.
Huh? Oh, I'm just pulling out the gray hairs this experience has given me. She pulled the paint off the counter again. She had to peel it off again. She paints it white again. I guess she just had to use a different kind of paint.
Y'all, I'm thinking about changing the color of counters to like a deep orange. Let me know what y'all think. I don't know how I feel about this one. Like, I don't know, I feel like it would look kind of good. Like,
no, I think you should stop touching the countertop. Just leave it the fuck alone. No orange. Just
Stop it. So thank God she doesn't do that. She finishes the floor and it looks amazing. After all the blood pressure spikes and anxiety this account has given me, it looks good. Honestly, this is a great example of TikTok coming together as a community and working together. Every once in a while, she'll post something like this and all the comments will just be yelling at her. She didn't do the orange countertops. I think the comments convinced her to put down the paintbrush and stop trying to change everything. And I was gonna say y'all deserve some kind of award, but I guess it was all just a calm before the DIY storm. She decided, out of all things, to paint the grout gray. She has to have like a personal vendetta against this subway tile. It kind of reminds me of Selena Gomez's list that her stepsisters leave her in another Cinderella story.
Paint the pool pink. Regrout the tile. Vacuum the driveway? This is ridiculous.
Just slapping paint on everything. And guys, she puts faux wallpaper, faux brick wallpaper next to the tub with the subway tile. I'm not mentally equipped to deal with that this week.
Does anyone have any advice on how to put wallpaper on evenly? I'm trying my hardest here, y'all. It has potential. It's gonna match that. It's gonna be a vibe, okay?
I don't think it has potential. It's faux brick wallpaper next to real subway tiles. They don't match and it makes them look even more fake. And the flooring pattern too, there's too much going on. It looks like you put Pinterest bathroom DIY into an AI and this is what it vomited out. She pulled the wallpaper off and it looks good again. Grace, it looks good. Just leave it. Don't touch it, or I swear to God. Grace seems like a really sweet, very positive person who handles all this way better than I ever could. I also love the way she responds to comments. She never really looks at quitting as an option. She just goes immediately from something not working to trying to find a way to fix it, and I really appreciate that about her. I think the universe chose the right person to test with this. I hope she gets the bathroom and the home of her dreams, and I hope she gets everything exactly the way she wants it, because after this, she definitely deserves it. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. I got a new mic. It's wearing a sock. But the good thing about it is that I can move wherever I want and you can still hear me. See? Look, you can even talk to this guy.
She forgets to put on deodorant. She smells like and I don't even have a nose. It makes me sick.
Never mind, don't talk to that guy.
A twin job. Great.
My name is ChadChad. And today we're going to talk about sauce. Small sauce, big sauce, blue sauce, pink sauce. You can eat it in the car or you can eat it in the ER. Chances are you've heard of the infamous pink sauce on TikTok. And if you haven't, what's it like? Outside. Are there still trees? I remember those. Pink sauce blew up a few months ago, figuratively and then literally. And yes, I said months. ChadChad being late to a topic? That doesn't sound like me. You're thinking of bad ChadChad.
Hey, what's up?
My arch nemesis. She just learned about pink sauce because she only watches reels.
Have you heard this?
I have seen that. Yeah, I have. She's a fucking monster. The creator of pink sauce, who goes by Chef P, invented what a lot of reviewers are calling pink ranch. It's a dipping sauce for salad, fries, your pregnant wife at a Nickelodeon-themed gender reveal. I think the main appeal was just the novelty of it. Dipping sauces aren't usually pink, and so when they are, we're curious. It's kind of like those ketchups from the early 2000s that were like purple and blue. It's still ketchup, but now your poop looks like it belongs in the Blob Opera. The initial recipe for pink sauce had pitaya or dragon fruit, garlic, raw honey, lemon juice, oil, and milk. And a little known fact about milk is that it goes bad. The shelf life for milk is barely. You have to shoot milk from the udder straight into a fridge, otherwise it sours mid-squirt, like a 3 a.m. Tinder hookup. Some people's orders showed up like this, with the bottles popping open and dripping all over.
Yes! It don't even say pink sauce on this. Oh my, it's gone. There's nothing else in here. Like, it's gone.
The pink sauce
Cause y'all
cancel.
waited this long for nothing. This is, no ma'am. We're not trying this. It stinks like throw up. No, not gonna work.
And some of them looked like they had maybe been shipped out in just a piece of paper with the label slapped on top of it. Hi, I'm editing. She's also almost showing people's addresses and information during this video, so that's good. I looked up the type of parcel that she's using to ship these. Blah, blah, blah. They are handled more often. This makes it more important to properly package items that are more easily damaged. Just because the sauce is bubblegum pink doesn't mean you can ship it like chewing gum.
This is how it feels to chew 5 gum.
This is a wet envelope?
Stimulate your senses.
Is that honey mustard?
Stimulate your senses.
No thanks.
Come on, stimulate yourself.
Right here?
Yes.
But pink sauce is not the only example of people selling questionable food on TikTok. A more recent one came from an account called Pickle Me Everything, another TikTok creator making and selling products right from her kitchen counter.
Bloody Mary pickles from Pickle Me Everything. Oh my gosh. Look how juicy. You've never tried pickles like these.
And like the name implies, she pickled everything. Bell peppers, cauliflower, grapes, botulism, mangoes, your mom. They started getting reviewed by bigger accounts, which of course led to orders piling up, allegedly over 10,000 of them.
I am a huge onion fan, okay? Love, love, love them. I never thought onions could get any better than they already are.
That's a good spice. I like that though.
But then pickling things went sour. With all the orders going out, people started to notice that the canned lids were popping. Sorry, in a bad way.
As someone who cans for a hobby, let me show you one quick and simple way to find out if something you receive is safe to eat or not. This is some jam I made over the summer. If something is not properly sealed, you will hear this noise. This is obviously open, I've been using it. This is sealed. No movement.
Some orders would show up leaking in the box, or if you were really lucky, they showed up in a plastic bag.
I love pepperoncinis.
I'm gonna empty it in here. Mocha is still fighting with the trash can.
Would you like an improperly sealed can or a condom full of mixed veggies? Both will kill you, and both of them glow in the dark. So to address the leaking and people's concerns that the jars seem to not be sealed, she went on TikTok to clear the air.
If it comes minor leaking, it is hand sealed, not pressure cooked, no can, nothing involved.
Alright, so this person is selling pickled vegetables off of TikTok, off of their Etsy shop, and not only is she clearly not canning them correctly, but pickled and canned foods are actually not even allowed under cottage law in California.
Don't worry guys, if your jar is leaking, it's because something is terribly wrong. Enjoy your pickles. They will be your last. If you actually Google which foods can host botulism, canned goods are first on the list, specifically canned veggies. So now she was in a pickle. Food experts on TikTok started calling her out, to try and keep people from getting violently ill.
There's possible food safety concerns like botulism or E. coli.
I'm seeing comments of pregnant people buying this stuff. You guys, don't consume this stuff. It's not worth it.
But like a responsible business owner, she blocked everyone with criticism and continued taking orders.
All orders are starting to process on Monday when I show you guys all the proof, the facts.
Unfortunately, she is blocking and deleting comments from anybody telling her that it's not legal.
Initially, she tried to deny everything by claiming that she had all the licenses she needed.
I have the food license, I have the can license. Guys, just give me some time to put everything together as a video and show you guys all the proof and all the facts.
But then a couple days later, she posted a TikTok video claiming that she didn't know anything about needing all these licenses.
I'm so sorry for all of this. It just happened so fast. I want to thank Food Science Babe for bringing awareness to teach me things that I didn't know about this food canning license, about a lot of things.
Which it's fine to not be an expert on FDA regulations or how to properly make canned goods. Unless you plan on making canned goods.
I'm working on getting all the license, the permits, whatever it is that I need to get done to get this properly done.
Why are you working on getting the permit or the licenses after you've already sold the jars? You've already done the thing that they're trying to prevent by making you get a license. Can I get your license and registration, please? This probably isn't a big deal, but I don't have those. That's illegal. How was I supposed to know? Single internet search. Come on, who am I hurting by not having a license? That guy. He was already like that.
I'm one person with all the hate, all the messages, but just please consider being a little bit nicer. It does hurt people.
Do you know what hurts more than getting angry comments on the internet?
dying. Botulism is not like a joke illness. It can be fatal. You can't slack when it comes to selling food. There's more rules to it than if you were selling like candles on TikTok, because candles don't go inside you unless it's a Saturday. This was such a hazard that eventually the California Department of Public Health stepped in and issued a warning on buying anything from Pickle Me Everything and recalled all of their products, even saying that if you already bought a product, to dispose of it in doubled plastic bags while wearing latex gloves. They don't even want you to touch it.
The recall is for anything that was sold on or before December 18th. The recall reason, possible Clostridium botulinum contamination.
Essentially, if you bought a jar of pickled sauerkraut, why? But also burn it, bomb it, code 2319 it. So that seems like the end of Pickle Me Everything for now, which makes sense. Somebody was selling food that wasn't up to code, and so they were shut down and prevented from putting more people in harm's way. And you might be thinking that something similar happened to Pink Sauce, but that would make you an ass. And me an ass. I can't remember the saying, but we're both donkeys, and you can bet your ass on that. Somehow Chef P got invited onto a talk show along with a fellow TikTok creator who had reviewed Pink Sauce in the past.
When I went to go open it, something is not right. The smell that's coming out of this bottle, something is wrong. It's rotten.
Alex had sent a sample of her sauce to be tested at a lab after concerns that her bottle had gone bad during shipping, because milk tends to do that, and she found loose glitter inside the sauce.
There is a piece of glitter inside the bottle.
Pretty reasonable. If my dipping sauce seemed like it had been made in a bovine strip club, I would also have some concerns. Like, how many bras do they wear? And do they take debit? But for some reason during this whole interview, the talk show host and the live audience are all on Chef P's side.
Okay, but why would I contact someone who's fabricating something on the internet?
But nothing was fabricated.
To be honest, you're not special. You're not special. Okay? So why should I?
Because of her review, Chef P accused Alex of harassing her online. So apparently Alex had contacted the show beforehand and requested not to be seated next to Chef P. So of course the show accommodated by seating them right next to each other.
Now, before we go any further, I do have to ask this, Allie, because my producers did tell me that the reason that we had to separate the couches is because you didn't feel comfortable in sitting next to Chef P.
We know you had some concerns about sitting next to someone that you have a negative relationship with, so we separated your chairs by 2 whole inches. Oh, and also she's gonna hold your hand. Actually, you know that thing that your siblings do where they pin you on the ground and the spit slowly falls out of their mouth and onto your face? She's gonna do that too. Hope this is okay. Kind regards.
I think this is a moment of reflection.
Absolutely, and I think it's a moment of learning on both parts.
I think the learning is more on your part.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's being real.
The host chastises Alex for affecting Chef P's safety by posting a negative review of her sauce.
Her business, her livelihood, her safety is being affected now.
And I forgive you.
But has nothing to say about the health and safety Chef P affected by selling food without knowing what FDA stood for.
What do you mean FDA approved? I don't sell medical product. The pink sauce is not a medical product.
Not only is milk unsafe, but garlic and oil at room temperatures can also lead to botulism. At some point, Chef P claimed that the milk being used in the original recipe was powdered milk, but she also claimed that the garlic in the recipe was not raw garlic, and I guess forgot about the video she posted where she's using raw garlic. And then to finish off your homemade apple juice, I just like to add 2 shots of freshly ground urine. Did she say urine? I think she said urine. Hey, I don't think you're supposed to put pee inside the apple juice. And by the way, there's no piss in this apple juice. Chef P also chastises Alex for posting her review on TikTok instead of coming to her directly.
You could have contacted me directly. No, you could have reached out to me like, hey girl, you know what? Take this step. Did you research this? Did you check out your packaging there?
Of course you would prefer a customer comes to you in private with a safety concern, because then it's private.
So please, private message me if you have a concern or if you're not happy the way I did something.
You can keep all the things you've done incorrectly a secret. I don't understand why you had to go all public with this. You should have just come to me in private. You killed my husband in a hit and run. He was already like that! After the online buzz died down, Chef P partnered up with a company called Dave's Gourmet, and pink sauce is now being mass-produced. They're officially FDA approved and being carried at Walmart. Some of them aren't even pink. Some of them are beige. This is beige sauce. This sauce just told me it collects postage stamps. I rest my case. But I guess not all Walmarts carry it because I ended up having to order mine online. Are you ready to try the pink sauce that became an overnight internet sensation? It's very watery for a dipping sauce. Here we go. I think the only reason people are gonna buy this is because they want it to be bad, and it's not. It tastes okay. Sweet and tangy. There's not really any sweet, it's just tangy. But my favorite part of pink sauce is that it tastes like ranch. It even has ranch flavor listed in the ingredients, which is kind of like Coke listing Pepsi as an ingredient. But you know what they say, if it looks like ranch, it smells like ranch, tastes like ranch, it's made of ranch, it's pink sauce. I'm gonna put it in my mouth. Overall, I'd give it like a 5 or a 6. 10 out of 10. Did you hear the queen died? Unfortunately, since Pickle Me Everything's products were recalled, I wasn't able to get my hands on those, so I decided to take my pickle into my own hands. Hey guys, today we're gonna be making some pickles with Pickle Me Pink. That's the name of my company. It's official, look it up. But hold on, safety first. Absolutely 100% safety first. But wait, don't forget to customize your gloves because it's really important that your personality shines through no matter how many safety precautions you're taking. So take the time, take care of yourself, just add a little pizzazz. There you go. Just added some more finishing touches and there we go. We're all set. This is standard workspace, but it's a little hot today, so I'm gonna take it into this room. This is another workspace, and then you're just gonna add some, that's a pickle. This is another pickle. This is a pickle. That's a can of pickles. This is just some seasoning. That's just a seasoning packet, so go ahead and add that into the blender as well. So yeah, and then we're about finished up. Just take a second to make sure everything looks good. So then you're just gonna add your liquid, but you don't wanna use the sink water. You wanna use this water. It just has more flavor. Make sure you stir everything up, give it a little taste test if you want, and then there you go, bam! You are all finished. There she blows. That is my Pickle Me Pink pickles, and they are all finished and they are ready for sale. We have made so many sales, by the way, and it's been going great. Okay guys, so the cops are here. Not really sure what they're doing. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, my name is ChadChad. Not really. And every day I wake up, unfortunately, and see a clearly fake video on TikTok like a pregnant woman spending $70,000 to climb Mount Everest.
Baby has been kicking a lot. I spent 70 grand getting here and now they're all moving up without me. I don't know what to do.
But then I read the comments and to my dismay, they are eating it up. This can't be real. You can't be serious. This just can't be real. You're right. It can't. I've been getting really annoyed with the internet over this. I'm pretty self-righteous also. Because how do you miss the blurred out Sora logo in the corner of the video? Or how do you miss the literal word Sora being in the account's username? But then I had to stop asking myself those questions because the worst possible thing happened. They got my ass too.
Couples therapy.
This is Paul and Stacy. According to their bio, they are a fun family that refuses to grow up. And then they have their business email right after that, which is pretty grown up if you ask me. We'd love to collaborate with you and hear some of your thoughts on content strategy. Goo goo gaga. They make a lot of videos where the husband scares the wife and she freaks out.
This is why you shouldn't scare your wife.
Or he scares her and she hits him in the balls.
This is why you shouldn't scare your wife.
But no matter what happens, she is gonna scream like a boiling tea kettle. Harmless prank is the best. Harmless? He shocked her and then drug her off the bed. She came crashing to the floor. What do you think a harmful prank is? Murder? I have to sit back in this chair because my back is killing me.
They're basically the equivalent of those early 2010 YouTube couple prank channels where you had to suspend belief in order to accept that they're possibly surprised by pranks anymore.
Oh no, here comes my husband holding a DSLR camera. I sure hope he's not about to dump water on me like he did yesterday. And the day before that. And the day before that. And the day before. Basically every video involves them terrorizing each other in some way. But these aren't the ones that got me, okay? The one that fooled me was this one. I saw this months before I knew who they were, and I was like, yeah, accidents happen. Plus, this is low-quality security camera footage, and nothing has ever been faked on a low-quality camera, except for the moon landing. This is like something off of a movie. Rom-com IRL. This looks straight out of a rom-com. Why do people keep saying that this is a rom-com? If anything, this is like a crime doc. Look at this. Watch this. Get this man on a stretcher. Get this man to the ER.
Back to the video. I don't know what it is, but putting a date and timestamp in the corner of your video increases its believability on TikTok by about 75%. I think it's maybe because having security cameras inside your home is a fairly new concept we're being introduced to, so it's easier to fall for stuff like this when we're not used to people staging things this way. But Paul and Stacey aren't just staging pranks and injuries, they're also staging moments like this.
Let the little go so you can hold the big.
Aw man, I hate when the water I put on the pot to boil starts to boil in the pot full of water that I put on the stove to boil. Nothing's going my way today. I love everyone losing their minds over the spaghetti noodles getting cooked a little too much. What are we gonna do? My ravioli is getting ravi soft. Nothing's going my way. This whole thing is apparently enough of a disaster for her and her son to start screaming at the top of their lungs until the dad comes in to save the day. And not only does he come swooping in to do just that, but he comes in playing 1,000 Years by Christina Perri on his phone. He already had that playing. He already had that preloaded. And why would he do that? Why would his immediate reaction to both his wife and son screaming be to come in playing a song from Breaking Dawn Part 1? What if they were screaming because something actually terrible was happening?
Dad, come quick! There's a guy in the kitchen wearing a mask and threatening us. He's saying terrible things.
You're toast.
Oh my god, Dad, he's gonna kill us!
No, you're toast. It's burning. After he de-escalates the situation, the whole family shares a hug and sways to the music. And this is so weird. It's so weird and so strange, especially since their kid is involved.
One of their categories of videos is to just sit in the car and smash food into each other's faces while their kid sits in the back seat and fake laughs.
And songs we all pretend to know. Right now it feels ordinary.
Imagine being a kid and your parents are constantly making you act in TikTok videos where your role is yourself. A version of yourself that's having faux loving moments with your family. Not actual loving moments, but staged ones where there are millions of people and cameras watching you. Imagine how cool that would be. Dude, my life is like a movie because everything is scripted and there's not enough child labor laws in place to protect me.
Do you think they ever take their son to get ice cream and don't smash it in each other's faces in front of him? He's in the back seat like, guys, can I please just have an ice cream cone? For what? Can I just eat it this time, guys? Please.
I also kept getting videos from this account that's promoting skincare products, and her thing is to walk up to strangers and put something on their skin without their consent.
No. Oh. No, this is not happening, no.
No, is it?
No, you need to back away from me right now.
And when they react angrily or tell her to go away, she just won't.
I was gonna try my product out on you.
No, I'm gonna call the police. You're gonna have to get away from me.
No matter how many times they tell her, no thank you, or we're not interested, she just keeps shoving it in their faces.
Oh my gosh.
Excuse me. Please get back.
I know the saying all PR is good PR, but when it comes to selling products on TikTok, I don't know how beneficial it actually is to just make people think that you're a despicable public nuisance. Banana, she has multiple videos where she does this to a teenage girl and their mom will freak out.
We do videos on TikTok. I didn't mean to scare you, but I just wanted to try and see.
No, I'm good. I don't want to buy your vibe facial system. No, thank you.
Are you sure? I harass people and don't respect their boundaries.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Yeah, let me get one. Her script usually goes something like, no, it's okay. I'm testing my facial product.
I'm actually testing out my facial product. I wanted to try it on her.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Bye.
No, it's okay. You don't understand. I'm doing something. No, it's okay. Let me do something. I'm doing something. I'm in bed now because my back hurts, and I also started my period. And also, I'm gonna jump off a cliff. She'll also point out people's flaws so she can fix them.
I'm sorry, you just have some acne on your face.
That is my daughter.
She has some acne.
I'm sorry. So not only is she pretending to harass people, she's also insulting them. It's like pushy car salesman meets passive-aggressive mom. You want this car? No thanks. Are you sure? It looks like you've gained some weight. What does that have to do with anything? It's energy efficient, unlike you. You look tired. I'm just not wearing makeup. It's got a very spacious cabin, which you're gonna need. Mom. She also goes up to people and sticks this big-ass mask on their face.
Whoa, whoa, oh my gosh. What are you doing?
Oh my gosh.
Which has this comically long cord and battery pack attached to it that's just swinging around, hitting everything. Try this. Put it on. Try it. Try it. It's for your face. It's hideous. This thing is called the Age Rewind Miracle Mask, and according to their website, it targets the appearance of fine lines. But if you don't believe it, check out their customer results. Clearly it worked for this real human woman. I love this product. I have never looked better. At least it's only $400. And sold out. And this part looks like a ball sack. Another kind of fake video I keep getting are these dumbass promos for no free promo. No free promo is this AI app that claims it can find your partner on dating apps using a picture of their face and their name. And the only promotion I ever see for it is through these undisclosed scripted promos that are just pure rage bait.
Who are you? I'm my ex-wife. Who are you? Were you one of his Tinder dates?
Can we not do this here? Like,
wait, you said you weren't married.
Look,
yeah, no, he's married, and we have 2 kids.
Guys, this is a nice place. Can we not?
You have kids?
Guys, please relax, okay? This is a nice place. That's why I'm wearing a faded Flash t-shirt and cargo shorts. They'll literally plaster the name and logo of the app all over the video, and somehow the comments are never talking about how it's an ad.
This is a beautiful poster of your Tinder that you can go hang up in your new home, and you're gonna find a new place to go, and you're gonna hang this beautiful poster. Look at this beautiful poster.
There's so many accounts that make these promos, but I get a lot from these two specifically. I think they're partners in real life, and they catch each other cheating every single day.
What is this?
It's your birthday present. See, I got you cheater cookies. I made those myself. And red flag cupcakes, since you're a walking red flag. Unwrap your present. Unwrap it.
Oh man, I wonder what she got him. I sure hope it's a comically large screenshot of the no free promo app and logo.
Wow.
Printed out on poster board. And then on his account, he has a video where he gives her those same cookies because he also caught her cheating on him.
Surprise. Do you love it? Because you're a cheater and a walking red flag. I mean, I don't understand what else. Open your birthday gift.
Right now?
Yes, open the gift.
Oh man, I wonder what he got her. Oh my god. I just can't figure it out. I don't have no idea what it is. Is it a pony? Is it a puppy?
Oh my goodness, look at that.
On one hand, it's frustrating to see the comments eating this up, but on the other hand, it's mostly because people are concerned for her because they've made videos where she packs up their kids and leaves the house to try and escape him, or videos where he's being a total asshole to her.
Ever since that moment,
Excuse me?
you've smelled like shit.
Oh, so that must be why you made a Tinder then. Making some bullshit up.
Maybe I made a Tinder because I don't want to be with somebody who smells like manure.
There are a lot of videos that I'm not including because they're very triggering, including him yelling, throwing things, berating her. Actually crazy to stage this kind of stuff. Crazy in general, just to stage this. But to do it in order to promote an app that I'm assuming you're getting paid to promote, it's crazy. It's crazy and I hate it and you suck. Just wanted to say that on my webcam angle, that is not off-putting at all. So, you know, just faking a situation that countless women go through every single day so that they can get us to download this shitty ass dookie fart fuck app. And I know what you're thinking, guys. I can't believe an AI app doesn't care about having ethical marketing either. I'm just as shocked as you are. I also can't believe the sky is blue. But out of all of these, I feel like this account has both the highest production quality and the highest deception rate. They make these staged college classroom videos where a student or a professor is really pissed off.
I have a PhD. That's a doctor. Thank you very much. Don't forget. Yes, sir.
You have a 1.4 on Rate My Professor. I'm not even in this class.
Now.
I've been going around to the worst teachers'
This
classrooms.
is my classroom.
I'm helping you out.
And you will never guess why they make these videos, ever. Not in a million years will you guess this. Ever, ever, ever. Never. Unless you guess that is to promote another fucking dookie shit ass fart fuck AI app. Then you'd be right.
If you have a problem with my teaching style, you can leave.
Are you kidding me? Because you can't teach and you are literally setting us up for failure. I have to turn to things like Save My GPA that will literally reteach me everything. I upload the entire textbook and then I have to use this, solely this.
Because of you, I have to use this AI app that improves my learning efficiency. Here's what it looks like, by the way. Here's where you can download it and check it out. Also, here's my discount code. Use my code too while you're at it. They always stand up to the professor and hashtag own them by bringing up their Rate My Professor score.
And the textbook is available at the bookstore, and it's going to cost about $500.
I have a question. I was just wondering, why do you have 1.4 on Rate My Professor?
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a weed out class, okay?
Dude, this is a weed out class? That's sick. Guys, get your weed out. No, the teacher said he's fine with it. I rarely see comments acknowledging that these are all ads, at least in the top comments anyway. But it also seems like they're not paying attention to the website plug at all. In fact, they're mostly talking about how these videos just prove that college is a scam. Dr. Democrat for sure. School's a scam. Drop out and start a business. Charlie Kirk was right. College is a scam. It's pretty funny to make an ad for a learning tool and everyone's response to be, learning is bad actually. Hey, check out this soft recyclable toilet paper. No thanks, I don't believe in all that. Recycling? No, wiping. After seeing how unchecked most of these videos go, I decided to run a few tests. I wanted to prove how easy it is to fool people online, even if you're really bad at it. And barely trying. So I started faking things. Something your mom has never said to me, by the way. For my first stage video, I asked my friend Tom to pretend to be a complete stranger who's knocking on my hotel room door because he really, really has to take a shit. Like he really has to go really, really bad. Like he can barely hold it in.
Oh, thank God. Hi. Hello. Do you mind if I use your restroom? I don't know. I'll be in and out, I promise.
This one was pretty tough to film because Tom was so in character that I kept falling to the ground laughing.
You let yourself up here? I told the guy down there I had to go. If you want me to go in the hall, I'll tell him you didn't let me. I don't. Sorry.
Unfortunately, the comments didn't really buy this one, except for a couple who are just confused. They're not really fooled. They're just lost. However, I'm still gonna count this one as a win because the woman staying in the hotel room next to mine opened her door to ask if everything was okay.
I'm sorry. We're recording the video.
Okay.
I'm not.
Thank you.
Sorry.
So technically this one was a success without even having to post it on the internet. We already had someone convinced that there was actually a strange guy who really, really needed to shit in my hotel room. Shout out to her for checking in on us. Also, I'm very sorry you had to open your hotel room door to this.
No.
By the time I made my second video, I realized I wasn't gonna fool anybody unless I used the tried and true methods. So I put a date and timestamp on there to try and make it look like security camera footage. But I can't quite get my voice to do this. So instead, I just used an actual tea kettle.
Oh no! No! Oh my God! I burned the water! I ruined the tea!
I also don't have a son that I can use for content. A human son, anyway.
Oh my God! Are these for me?
I'm also gonna count this one as a success because this person commented, I know it's not the point of the video and I'm not here to chastise, but wireless cameras in your home is a huge security risk. Your videos are safe and available to anyone via a data breach, and that's putting aside that the cameras themselves
For my last one, I wanted to dip my toes into the classroom genre of staged content, which was going to take a bit more effort, so I had a brainstorming session with my friends to figure all that out. I had also just finished watching the final season of Stranger Things, but that had little to no effect on anything.
I don't understand. Could you say that again in English, please?
If this is me and this is you,
That's
okay,
him.
and this is the classroom. I need that later. No one.
I don't understand. Are we in a classroom or are we not in a classroom?
This is the classroom.
Okay.
I want this goddamn TikTok's heart on a platter. This is the only way.
I think this might just be crazy enough to work.
Let's do it.
When I was editing this one, I tried to use this format that the classroom video accounts will do, where they put the most interesting part of the video at the beginning, and then the actual video starts.
Can you put that away? Are you watching a video in my class?
It's a ChadChad video.
I have a PDH. Do you understand? You're not listening.
None of us like you.
And it paid off. Everyone believed this was real. Don't check the comments though. Yet another successful experiment. Being on the internet right now, especially with AI and how quickly that's evolving, it's more important than ever to not take everything you see online at face value. It's very important that we all doubt everything. Because if it's this easy to fake a video about your spouse cheating on you or a whole college classroom, imagine how easy it is to fake a video of your morning routine, or how perfectly organized your closet is, or how this serum on TikTok Shop made your skin flawless and perfect. So if something makes you feel bad or angry or inadequate on the internet, it's pretty safe to assume that it was designed to do so. Because the only thing that's 100% real is reality and my teaching qualifications. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.
Hey, 115. This is our room. Looks like there's only one bed. Oh, there's another bed right there, actually. It's okay, I'll take the floor. I mean, if you want, but like I said, there's one right there. You know, when your mother hired me to be your bodyguard, actually you're supposed to be more like a travel companion who sometimes does errands for me, like picking up my dry cleaning, which you didn't do today. I couldn't stand you. Ouch, okay? But now I can't stop thinking about you. Kinda wish you'd channel some of that thinking into my dry cleaning. I guess I'm wondering if there's any chance you feel the same way. If I say yes, will you go pick up my dry cleaning? Yes. Okay, then yes. Yes.
Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. And the hair is red now. If you don't like it, you're gonna have to take it up with the Chadlings. They made that decision, not me. And then go follow me on Instagram so that you can vote when I inevitably am about to make an impulsive decision to do with my appearance. I wanna talk about POV TikTokers again because I can't seem to avoid them. That's probably because every POV TikToker page I find always has millions and millions of followers. For someone who spends so much time on TikTok, you'd think I'd be used to seeing POVs of people falling in love with their bodyguard. But I'm not. By the way, who started the bodyguard thing? Why is that the new, like, mafia boyfriend? Bodyguards have shifts. You would need more than one. They have to switch out. And why can you only afford one hotel room that happens to have one bed in it? If you can afford a bodyguard, you can afford 2 hotel rooms, okay?
Are you okay? You seem a little off. Oh, okay. First of all, nothing to be embarrassed about. Totally natural. Second of all, let's get this jacket around that waist. Don't worry, it's my jacket. Doesn't have cooties. Alright, I know I got a pad here somewhere. Ah, there it is. Okay. This is for you. If you want a tampon, go to the nurse's office. She's got plenty. You're gonna be wanting these. Tylenol and ibuprofen. It helps with the cramps. And, yep. New shorts. They might be a little big on you, and if they are, don't worry, you can take my jacket home. Just bring it to me tomorrow. Okay? You're gonna be fine.
So, You had an idea and you were like, this is a good one. So you came up with what you were gonna say.
Let's get this jacket around that waist.
Filmed it, watched it back, probably a lot more than one time. And at no point did it cross your mind to be like, maybe I shouldn't smirk or wink at the hypothetical student I'm talking to in this. The confidence it takes to watch this back and have 0 second thoughts is substantial. This video makes him seem like kind of a savior, like he's doing this person a huge favor when it's just the bare minimum, really. Like if a woman made this TikTok, everybody would be like, yeah? And? Yeah, I'm okay with touching an unused pad or tampon, and I'm not totally repulsed by periods. I'm just not like other guys.
Let's get this jacket around that waist. Don't worry, it's my jacket. Doesn't have cooties.
And the jacket comment, where did that come from? Here, use my jacket to cover the stain. Great, thank you. Don't worry, it doesn't have cooties or anything. No weird germs. It's perfectly clean. Well, I wasn't thinking that. Oh yeah, this is another one I keep seeing. POV, a father tests your love for his son. I don't know how comfortable I would be, personally, with the knowledge that my son-in-law or daughter-in-law was willing to shoot me at any given moment. I feel like it might add some tension to the next few Thanksgiving dinners. Hey, remember that time I made a joke about you killing me to prove that you love my son and you were actually gonna do it? Yeah, that was pretty funny. Yeah, it was. I laugh about it a lot. Can you pass the mashed potatoes, please? Yeah, sure. If you prove you love them. What? Prove you love the mashed potatoes. Are you serious? Right now, what is your obsession with this? Take this knife and kill those mashed potatoes. Why is that the deciding factor though? Like, where is that gonna be helpful at all? Why can't it be something more tame? Like, how many hours would you listen to my son talk about seasonal content on Destiny 2 before you lose your goddamn mind? This is the up soundtrack, so it's really sad. Imagine it in your head because of copyright, okay? When I saw this, I was confused because I thought the car hit her and that's why she was screaming. All right, did you get your pillow? Yes, Dad. What about your sleeping bag? Dad, I've got it. I'm gonna be fine. I know, I'm sorry. It's just my baby's first camping trip without me. Where does the time go? Dad, don't get all mushy. You're right. I'm sorry. Bye, honey. Have fun. Bye, Dad. Oh, stay out of... I got hit by a car. Sorry, I didn't see you. Please don't sue me. What? Are you gonna call an ambulance? Oh my God.
Hey, ooh, sorry, did not mean to interrupt. Hello, young lady. Nice to have a pretty thing like you around here. Anyways, wanted to tell you that I'm gonna take your mom out. We're gonna get dinner for like 4 hours, so you know, do your little thing. Left money on the table. Order whatever you want. Welcome again. All right, you guys have your fun. Okay. Oh no, act like I ain't even here. Just have your fun.
Hey Siri, what year is it?
2021.
Thank you. Just needed confirmation.
JK, it's 1934. White women have been allowed to vote for just over 10 years. Black women and other women of color will have to fight for another 31 to vote. Since a woman's only function in society is to marry and have children, losing her virginity before marriage is comparable to losing her worth as a human being, and therefore must be protected by her father. This gross tradition will be carried on by future generations and evolve into a cutesy trend where men joke about not letting their daughters have sex or be alone with a male partner. Men will probably still do whatever they want though. By the way, you're running low on laundry detergent.
Hey Siri.
Yes, Chad?
Order more laundry detergent, please.
I'm sorry, Chad. I need a man's permission to make any purchase over $5.
Of course, because it's
1934.
1934, right.
Yes, correct, you dumbass.
So he just shoots them. I can't say I'm surprised. Most of these POVs either end with misogyny or someone dying. I don't understand though. POV, one of the parents hit on my wife. Which parents? Like, are you at a PTA meeting or do you mean your parents? Because I can't decide which one is worse. Why is she so nonchalant about what just happened? Honey, these are my moms. This is Abby, my girlfriend. It's nice to meet you. Abby, that is such a lovely name. I guess it had to match the rest of you, huh? Did you just shoot your mother?
Oh well.
Back the up. When did this become a whorehouse?
Can someone please tell me why these are a staple in POV TikToker content? Every page, without fail. Remember, ladies, don't cuddle your boyfriend because that makes you a whore. But ChadChad, it's not sexist, okay? It's not because it's his daughter, it's his child. He would do the same thing if it was his son. He's just trying to protect his child.
Take the rubber off. Meat to meat. Meat to meat. Meat to meat.
That's the same page. I don't think I could find a better example of a double standard, but it's just a really funny, super silly, goofy, funny joke, guys. Super silly. I love TikTok. It's almost like these guys have to fill out a questionnaire or attend the same seminar before they're allowed to make POV TikToks. Welcome everyone, and thank you for attending our mandatory course. A closed notes exam will be passed out once our discussion here has concluded. So, any questions to start us off? Yes. Yeah, my name's Chad. When you say closed notes, does that mean that I can't look at the answers of this guy sitting next to me? No, that's cheating and has never been allowed. Yes, you. Yeah, can I, instead of taking the exam, can I make a POV of me taking the exam? Will you be smirking and winking in a way that would make no sense in that scenario? Yeah, then yes. First discussion point. You have a son who has multiple STDs and a new girlfriend every week because of his emotional immaturity and inability to recognize that he's the only common denominator in his failed relationships, which he always recounts with, "I don't know, man, she was just crazy." How do you react? Nice. He's such a good kid. I'm so proud of my son. He's incredible. I look up to him. New girl every week. My, how he's grown. Interesting. All right. Next discussion point. Your daughter is in a healthy, long-term relationship, and you walk in on her and her boyfriend cuddling on the couch.
God, no. What? No. God, no. What? Please.
Did you say?
How could she do this to me? My daughter is a fucking slut.
All right, I've had enough of these. You're welcome. This is typically where people would do an ad read, but I'm still a baby YouTuber. So thank you to you for sponsoring this video by watching it and interacting with it. And if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Trick or treat! It's a trick. All of these have machetes in them. Hey guys, and welcome back to Halloween Job Spooky Cringe. My name is ChadChad. And it's Halloween, or it's around Halloween when I'm filming this. I don't know if it'll be posted by then because deadlines are spooky. Time constraints. But today we're going to be talking about the spookiest thing of all, aging. That's right, today we're going to talk about how youth is fleeting and how you will never ever be as young as you are in this moment in time ever again. Boo! I'm sorry, have some candy. Have some candy. Don't have candy, it makes you old. This may resound with a few of you, but I have never been as worried about aging as I am until I downloaded TikTok. So add yet another thing to the list of problems we can blame that app for. On TikTok, there are dietitians, estheticians, dermatologists, all telling us if we don't eat 12 pounds of raw kale for breakfast every morning, our small intestine will sue us for negligence. She tried to kale me. And the thing is, we didn't even ask for the advice in most cases. It's not like real life where you have to actually go to the doctor's office and seek an expert's opinion. You're just sitting on the couch with the laundry that you were supposed to fold 2.5 hours ago, and now someone is telling you that if you sleep on your side, you'll get chest wrinkles, and if you sleep on your back, you'll get cheek wrinkles. Ideally, you should sleep straight up and suspended in the air on a nice, comfy meat hook. This kind of content kind of goes hand in hand with the clean girl trend on TikTok.
And if you don't do all those things, you are a stinky, dirty girl. Even if you're not a girl, I don't care. You're a grimy little dirt girl, and you probably eat worms and blue cheese. Clean girl is not really a trend, though. It's more a type of lifestyle content, like the Liver King, or people with those really intense morning routines that are like, I like to wake up before the sun because the sun is lazy. I am better than the sun. I'm stronger, faster, brighter, and I have more gas. And if we don't have time for a 19-step morning routine, that's kind of on us. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video. Obviously, one of the first things you can do to avoid aging is by eating healthy.
I'll show you what I ate in the morning, but here's my milk. Raw, of course, with cream on top. Of course, raw eggs for myself as well for energy and nutrients. And then I get work done for a few hours. Then I get a couple more eggs before me and my dog go outside and move our bodies.
Obviously, I'm not a nutritionist, so this could be good for you, but do you like yourself? Does this spark joy? Does it spark anything other than stomach cramps? Don't drink coffee in the mornings, drink egg. Don't even talk to me until I've had my cup of salmonella. I'm joking.
Wouldn't be in a day in the life if we didn't include my dog's food.
You know your meal choices are a little bizarre when I can't tell if you're about to feed that raw beef to your dog or to yourself.
Then I go ahead and prep some grass-fed pasture-raised beef liver, practically the only supplement that you need. I eat this every day, 1 to 3 ounces.
Both. It was both. It was you and it was the dog.
Pasture-raised chemical-free sirloin and eat with my dog.
Don't do a jolly little dance. That meat is so raw, you need a plan B. There she is. You're not wearing your Halloween costume. Why are you not participating?
Mother, I am deeply concerned for this individual's well-being. She's going to have more scurvy than a pirate.
Another technique that you should implement into your anti-aging routine is to stop having human emotion.
After years of training my face muscles to stop working so I don't make wrinkles, everyone seems to ask how I can make emotions. You really don't need to use your face muscles to make emotions at all, but I will show you how my face moves at this point. So this is what my eyebrows look like when they're raised. Put them together.
This is like saying you can prevent getting gray hair by ripping all of your hair out. Really just solves the problem at the root.
I'm going to show you how to do it. The idea is simple, but you do have to practice. Take your fingers and put them over top of your eyebrows. Click down on your forehead. And next step is to take your 2 fingers over your eyebrows and try and lift them. It might look crazy, but trust me, over time you're going to be able to train these muscles to work without these muscles working at all. Number 1 is avoid repetitive or exaggerated facial expressions. Everyone says that it looks like I have Botox. I don't, but it's because over the years I have avoided moving any muscle in my forehead. I try and not smile too much with these lines on my eyes unless I'm really happy. I can't help it.
So when you see something really funny, you can smile, but not too much. And not for too long. It's like one of those TikTok POVs where there's a numerical limit on every bodily function. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll get more smiles this year. Yeah, I hope so. Are you serious? What happened? I only got 1 smile for the whole year. Oh man, I got 69.
Number 2 is sleep on your back. If you don't, you're creating wrinkles all over your face and you're actually making your bone structure uneven over time. Trust me, you don't want that. Number 3, sunscreen is good, but staying out of the sun is better.
SPF is okay, but have you tried never going outside? I was unknowingly doing this tip for all of 2020. I'm pretty sure she just means that you should limit the amount of time you spend in the sun and not that you should never ever go outside, I think. But people don't typically go outside just to be in the sun. There's usually a reason, like you're taking a walk or you're hanging out or playing a game with your friends. And you should do those things without worrying about the potential of getting wrinkles 20 years in advance. That's like worrying about a homework assignment that hasn't even been assigned yet. This is going to be the longest and most important essay I've assigned so far, so do not wait until the night before. I'm looking at you, Seth. This makes up 97% of your grade. When is it due? When is it due? That's for me to know and you to never find out, Seth.
3 anti-aging tips from a facial plastic surgeon. Number 1, sleep on your back and avoid sleeping on your face. When you sleep on your face and apply pressure to certain areas, you develop these sleep lines that turn into wrinkles over time.
There are a bunch of videos like this giving tips on how to sleep to avoid getting wrinkles. You're only supposed to sleep on your back because otherwise you'll age unevenly. But how are we supposed to make sure we're doing that? We're sleeping. You're gonna wanna set alarms for every 30 minutes throughout the night night just so you can make sure you're only sleeping on your back. What do you mean you're not comfortable and you can't sleep and you're about to lose your job? Well, don't cry. You're gonna give yourself crow's feet. I would know. What are crows? I'm not saying that you shouldn't do any of these things. Skincare is a hobby for a lot of people. I like skincare. I do some of the skincare. I do some of the skincare things. I even have one of those scary LED masks, probably because someone on TikTok told me to. And it also serves as a low-cost home security system. But we also have to worry about the rest of the body aging, not just the face.
This is aging your neck. Looking at your phone like this creates a crease here, and combined with UV exposure can cause horizontal necklines, otherwise known as tech neck. So make sure you hold your phone at eye level to avoid unnecessary creasing of the neck.
This might be a good posture tip, but I don't think that we're gonna be able to just stop looking down in every situation. Wait, don't move. What is it? There's a rattlesnake right under your foot. Oh my God. Don't move. I'm not. Don't look down. I'm not. I'll get a neckline. Do not move a single muscle. I can't. I trained myself not to use my muscles. Oh shit, he's lunging.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Is it bad?
Holy shit.
Is it bad? Today we need to talk about laugh lines, what causes them, and 3 simple solutions that you can do every single day to treat them.
Can you really treat wrinkles? It's not the bubonic plague. There's so many strange terms for this stuff, like aging gracefully. Are we doing ballet? Is this the nutcracker? Am I cracking nuts right now? I want to age awkwardly and clumsily. I want to trip and fall through time and then cannonball into my casket. Then I want my casket sent through a wipeout course. Premature aging is another one.
The combination of that creates premature aging to the hands.
Premature implies that something is happening too soon or at the wrong time. And there's no wrong time to age. It differs from person to person. That's like saying I came prematurely. The invitation said 6.
The second cause is gravity pulling our face down at all times, and my solution is to sleep as flat as possible. Because if you think about it, you're upright, gravity's working on you all day. Why would you sleep in any kind of an upright or elevated position? You're just going to be giving gravity the chance to keep pulling down on your face.
I think it's pretty clear what we have to do. We have to eradicate gravity. Because do we really need it? No, what if it was never invented? Nothing would change. Thanks, but no thanks, Sir Isaac Putin.
Why would you sleep in any kind of an upright or elevated position? You're just going to be giving gravity the chance to keep pulling down on your face.
Gravity doesn't go away when you're laying down, though. It's not like the monster that's only going to hurt you if your foot is hanging off the edge of the bed.
Peacefully finishing my 10-step beauty routine before bed.
I could never do that. We know.
People aren't ugly because they don't have time to do a super intense nighttime routine. Not only is it time consuming, it's also very expensive. Some of the clean girl routine videos involve closets, literal closets full of products. For a lot of them, that's their job, so it makes sense for them to be trying out new products. They're like the Olympic athletes of skincare.
Oh my God, dude, look at this guy. I mean, he's so bad at swimming. Like, what are you doing? Just get better at swimming.
I work in a call center, Michael.
Who are you taking calls from? Poverty?
This is an anti-wrinkle straw. When you drink out of a normal straw, you purse your lips, which causes lines and wrinkles over time. And we don't tolerate wrinkles at Bear Plastic Surgery.
When people call you extra, just look them in their face and say, am I extra or are you basic? Be a blessing.
I would rather have wrinkles than dress like I'm about to cross the glowing sea every morning. The amount of prep work that goes into some of these routines is a lot. How do you have time to do anything else when you're trying to hide from the biggest thing in the galaxy? Hey, are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Just thinking about the consequences and minute physical effects of this moment 20 plus years in advance. Isn't that making this moment less enjoyable? Yes, but society has taught me that the value of my self-fulfillment pales in comparison to the value of my youth. You want to take a walk? Get some fresh air? Sure, hold on, let me suit up. All of the tips that we've gone over today are kind of a lot to remember, but don't worry, I put them all into a list so that we can keep them in mind 24/7, every day and every night for the rest of our lives. Do not sleep on sides. Do not sleep on pillow. Do not sleep on bed. Do not breathe through mouth. Do not breathe through nose. Do not smile with your eyes.
Don't go outside.
Do not bend your hands. Do not bend your neck.
Don't go outside.
Do not turn 30. Do not eat sugar. Do not eat salt.
Don't go outside.
Do collect the blood of 20 virgins and offer it to the universe in exchange for everlasting youth and beauty. Look hot forever. Drink egg. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad, and the internet is a dangerous place. You could be minding your own business, sleeping on a TikTok live stream when all of a sudden Siri doxes you, the FBI is at your door, you're getting dragged away in handcuffs while people keep throwing sunglasses and roses at you and spamming L, and being an L is the worst thing you can be. It's way too many nosebleeds. What's even more dangerous than that is the fact that people can challenge each other to do basically anything on the internet. It's kind of like when someone dares you to do something as a kid and you go, no, I'm not gonna do that. And they go, why? Because you're scared? And you go, fine, I'll do it. And then you drink bananas and Sprite until you throw up. I think internet challenges started to become popular around 10 years ago. It's 2012. Everyone's ringtone is Gangnam Style. Your mom has died 5 times because you forgot to send that text message to 10 of your friends. And white people have just discovered spices and they're pumped. I mean, they are so excited that they're eating them by the spoonful.
So I have cinnamon here and a spoon, and I don't really see why this is gonna be a challenge because I love cinnamon, so it'd probably be easier for me than most people. And I love cinnamon. I put it on my toast, I put it on my tea, everything, so.
What's so challenging about cinnamon? Really? You know, because cinnamon is good for you.
I don't know who started the cinnamon challenge, but a lot of people would start out their videos saying something like, well, I like cinnamon, so this isn't even gonna be a challenge for me. I put cinnamon on my food all the time, which is basically like saying, well, I salt my pasta sometimes, so yeah, I'm not gonna have any issues with the soy sauce enema challenge. Ma'am, I just asked if you want more cheese. Around the same time, there was a baby food challenge where you would just eat the baby food.
I don't want to just, I don't know my spoon.
So just take a spoon of it.
It's not like it's inedible, like it's made for babies, so you'll probably be okay. If you were a few years younger, this would just be a food review. Today I will be reviewing this baby food because I'm a baby and I shit my pants. Gonna be trying this one, and this is the flavor spaghetti. Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video. There was the Charlie challenge where you would communicate with a young ghost boy named Charlie.
You have a piece of paper and it's a yes, yes, no, no, and you put 2 pencils on top of each other, and then you talk to Charlie, are you there?
Charlie, can we play?
Does my parents love me?
Charlie, do you want to hurt us? Oh my god!
I don't know why his name is just a regular name twice. That's fucking stupid. Who does that? One of my favorite parts of internet challenges is how the news reports on them. Some challenges are really stupid and can get people hurt, obviously. Don't do those. But according to the news, if you do any kind of challenge, even the renegade, you will die. The most dangerous dares and trends you should warn your children about. Number 1, the Charlie challenge. The kids are using pencils and paper. Guys, someone get Vice News. This is a trend with demonic and supernatural undertones. If this is undertones, what's overtones?
Hey guys, today I'm gonna do the internet challenge where I literally attempt to commune with the dead. Hey, I kind of feel like you're gonna try and commune with the dead. Yes. It just feels a little demonic. Well, it's a demon, so it's a lot of demonic. I just get the feeling that this has some supernatural undertones. Charlie, possess my mortal shell to do your bidding and use me to fulfill your mission of causing a number 2 pencil shortage.
I don't know, it just has evil connotations, you know? Understandably, people got bored of this and just eating things that you're already supposed to eat. So they moved on to destruction of property. So the gallon smashing challenge. Can we talk about the naming process behind these challenges? Because obviously you know what the challenge is after I say the name of the challenge. I guess all the creativity goes into coming up with the challenge. And and then they just have none left over. I just found this delicious casserole recipe on Pinterest. That sounds great. What's it called? I'll look it up. It's called the 1 pound ground beef, 1/4 diced tomatoes, salt, tomato paste, Italian seasoning, medium egg noodles, 5 chopped onions, 1 container of sour cream, and 3 buckets of cream cheese. Recipe. You know what? Just send me the link. For this challenge, people would go into a store and pretend to slip and then launch gallons of milk into the air. Then they come crashing down and make a huge mess. It's not even challenging. This is so low effort. It's like 2% effort. I mean, they're really skimming the bottom of the barrel for this one. Is the challenge here to see how fast you can make store employees hate you? This seems like more of a prank attempt than a challenge, but it still doesn't work either way because the result is just people reacting appropriately. Like they look at him concerned and most of them try to make sure he's okay. And then they keep filming for so long after breaking the gallon. So are we supposed to be laughing at how worried these people are? Does anyone know the Heimlich? This dude is choking on milk. Yeah, I do. Wait, hold on. Were you about to do the Heimlich on me? Yeah. Wait, guys. This guy was about to save my life. I thought you were choking. Film this. Put this on YouTube. You were choking on milk. This dude is utterly embarrassing.
Underlay.
This one was more recent and was inspired by the 2018 Netflix film Bird Box, where everyone has to wear a blindfold, and if you take them off, a monster attacks you. It's like the opposite of 50 Shades of Grey, because in that one, you have to put the blindfold on for the monster to come. I don't get this one because there's really no objective. There's no monster chasing you, so there's no urgency. You just have to do regular, everyday things with your eyes closed.
Okay, everyone, I'm gonna be doing the Bird Box challenge for 12 hours, guys. It's gonna be crazy. You are not gonna wanna miss this.
It's not a different day, I just got sour cream on my shirt. These were all kind of around before TikTok gained popularity, and then it did, and people realized that they could just do something they already want to do, but call it a challenge, and then it seems like someone else did it first, and you're just following a trend. Why do so many of these involve milk? I can tell if you guys love milk or if you hate milk and you're trying to get rid of it. Either way, it's really not amusing, okay? The challenge here, I guess you're not supposed to drink and just keep pouring the milk in your mouth and see if it spills. It will, but now that you have your milk, how about some chicken marinated in cough syrup? Chicken for when you want to eat chicken and get the best sleep of your life. If you have to have poison control on the other line when you're trying out a new recipe, reconsider that recipe. But you have to be over 12 to use though, so is this chicken age restricted? Must be this tall to ride this chicken, but still don't though, because you'll die. Do you need an ID to eat this chicken? Do people get fake chicken IDs? So you were born in 1896, and you're from somewhere, Alabama. Yep. Right. And are you a big fan of poultry? Oh, I love poultry. I like William Shakespeare, Edgar Allan Poe. Okay, no, you can't have any chicken. Come on, dude, don't be such a cock. One of the most viral TikTok challenges so far was the devious or diabolical lick challenge. It started out with people taking something from their school bathroom, like a box of masks or a soap dispenser, but obviously it got worse. Because people kept taking bigger and bigger things to try and one-up each other and be the best at stealing things, and then they enlisted the help of yellow Tic Tacs and overalls because I just realized that this is the plot of Despicable Me. Despicable Licks. Everyone got so caught up in this competition that they forgot the law exists and started stealing things even outside of school, like traffic lights and car doors. Honestly, I would rather you just take the whole car. Like, this is bad, but it's irritating also. Like, there's gonna be a draft. I have to work for UPS now. Just take the whole car at that point.
Hey guys, my name is ChadChad, and today I'm gonna be jacking off this car. Send this video to 10 of your friends and challenge them to also jack off a car. Then we can jack off as a group. Some people think it takes a lot of skill to do this, but actually all you have to do is take a blindfold like this, and then the car basically jacks itself. Now it's important to put #challenge on this because then it's not admissible in a court of law.
No, it definitely still is.
Wait, can you get a shot from behind the car? Just like go behind this way. Perfect.
I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad, and I believe in aliens. I never decided that. There was never a specific moment where I was like, you know what? I do believe in aliens. I do! Because I've always just assumed that, you know, in the endless universe, there are probably other places that can also support life. Like, there are a lot of ants in the world, but each ant probably thinks that their anthill is the only anthill in the world, but that's only because they haven't invented space travel yet. I've never met anyone who claimed to be abducted by aliens or who claims to have had some kind of extraterrestrial encounter. But I like to think that I'm an open-minded person and that I would hear them out, which is why today we're talking about Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato is a pretty well-known singer and was in a lot of Disney movies / TV shows. You've probably heard of them before, so I'm not gonna dive too deep into their history. But there was a certain clip that caught my attention the other day.
So I woke up in my room and there was like 3 beings. And they were like, do you want to see your planet? And I was like, oh, sorry.
You were like, hell yeah.
I was like, hell yeah, let's go.
This is a pretty short clip, so I wanted to get the full context of what's happening here. Demi has a new show called Unidentified that's streaming on Peacock TV. We'll get into that later. So the reason for this interview is that Demi is promoting their new show, and this conversation takes place after Kelly shows a clip previewing it.
Well, wait, in that clip we just saw you looking for aliens. So have you seen an alien? Have you ever had an experience?
I have never seen an ET face to face.
Oh, that's something else I should mention. Demi doesn't believe that we should call aliens. They say that that is offensive to aliens. Sorry, aliens. Sorry, aliens. Sorry. Demi Lovato has said referring to extraterrestrials as aliens is derogatory, and the word should no longer be used for potential otherworldly visitors. Speaking to E! News, Lovato explained their reasoning while responding to Span while responding to fan speculation that they have an unreleased song called Aliens, quashing the rumor. That's a weird word. It sounds like you're getting phlegm out of your throat. Quashing the rumor. The singer said their fans should know they don't call them aliens because it is a derogatory term for anything.
My fans should know that I do not call them aliens because alien is a derogatory term for anything.
Oh, that's so true.
Even extraterrestrials, which is why I call them ETs.
Which I guess I kind of get what they're trying to say here, but at the same time, I feel like this would be very, very low on an ET's list of concerns if they were to encounter our planet. Our government would definitely take it into custody and definitely perform less than humane tests on it, so it probably wouldn't be too worried about what word we were using to refer to it with. I will now use this circular saw to enter your brain cavity. I would prefer if you didn't. Then I will study your alien brain to discover all of your secrets. I don't have any... Excuse me, what did you call me? I'd say this is a case of let's cross that bridge when we get there, but the bridge isn't even built yet. The bridge isn't even under construction. The bridge is still in the daddy bridge's ball sack. Okay, we don't need to be worried about this yet.
I had a night where I was dreaming, and I say dreaming very loosely because I don't really know what happened.
So see, this is why I wanted to watch the full clip, because the TikTok that the Kelly Clarkson show posted, which got 3.2 million views, mind you, doesn't include the part where they say that this is dreaming, I think is what they're saying this was. So that kind of seems irresponsible to just post this without that context, because the comments are absolutely roasting the shit out of Demi, saying that they're on drugs, saying that they've completely lost their mind. I don't know if it was intentional or unconscious, but if I was Demi and the show that I did an interview for clipped something in a way that made me seem crazy, I would probably have a heart attack.
But I all of a sudden was in my room, and I know I said I sound Like, this is gonna sound so out there, but just bear with me. So I woke up in my room.
They even cut out the part where Demi acknowledges how strange this sounds. Who is running this TikTok account? Joe Jonas? Joe, is that you?
So I woke up in my room and there was like 3 beings.
Us to the 3 beings. Okay, corporations, you need to stop, all right? We get it. You're hip with the young whippersnappers. You know what this means. I actually think the only time I ever see this used anymore is by corporate accounts. So now it's getting kind of like corporate Twitter, trying desperately to seem relatable. That moment when your mom says no more video games. When your mom buys our chips that inflame your stomach lining. Bernard, you are 98 years old. Please retire. I'll stop working when I'm dead. Your left eye fell out again. Yeah. Are you gonna go home now? You.
Do you want to see your planet? And I was like, oh, sorry.
You were like, hell yeah.
I was like, hell yeah, let's go.
Why did the ETs visit you just to show you your own planet? They traveled millions and trillions of miles just to show you that. They'd ask if I wanted to see my own planet, and I'd be like, oh, no, that's okay. I live here.
I live here. I like whooshed out of my room and was like hovering over the planet. And then all of a sudden, they're like, you want to see our planet? And I was like, hell yeah. So, then I whooshed to this like pink and purple planet that I've never seen. But
okay, so I Googled pink and purple planets after this just because I wanted to see if one actually exists, and it does. This one is called GJ504b, which is crazy because that's my brother's name too. It's 57 light years from Earth, is about the same size as Jupiter, and it's a gas planet. I doubt this was the home of the ETs that visited Demi just because it's literally made up of poisonous gas. I don't know, maybe they can survive the environment because they're also made of gas, like my brother. That's basically the end of the interesting part of this interview, but I wanted to check out the show if I could. It came out the end of September.
I had this crazy experience that happened to me in Joshua Tree.
Jesus Christ, why is the like ratio so bad? Can someone tell me what I'm missing? I don't remember. Like, why is Demi so disliked? Did they do something? Demi Lovato has apologized after starting a public feud with the Big Chill, a frozen yogurt shop in Los Angeles. Oh, it was the froyo.
It was this bright light. It kind of moved in like these weird ways that a plane wouldn't move.
I hate to be this person, but this doesn't look real. See how the stars keep moving after the camera stops moving? It just looks strange. Anyway, I'm sorry. I said I was gonna try and have an open mind, and I've been shitting on everything in this video.
My goal is to find out what really happened.
That looks like a gnat. That looks like a bird.
What if extraterrestrials aren't traveling light years to visit us? What if they're already here waiting for us to reach out?
So, like a ghost? Is that a spirit box? Don't you use that to try and talk to ghosts? So it kind of just looks like they're going to be doing a lot of stargazing and yoga. No, sorry, that's a singing bowl. Still don't see how that applies, really. It really looks like a ghost hunting show, but they just throw the word UFO in there every few minutes.
UFO experiencer.
Demi Lovato serenades extraterrestrial entities, as you do.
Carmen? We just got here.
Again, this seems like a ghost hunting contraption. Paranormal investigator, right there. So I guess we're just lumping ETs and ghosts together. I feel like those are vastly different categories. Like the concept of an alien show is interesting because I've never really seen that before, but this just looks and feels exactly like a ghost hunting show, and about 3.8 million of those already exist. They're like cop shows. I watched one episode of NCIS in 2013, and now I never have to watch one ever again.
Have you seen anything like ETs here or UFOs? Star people?
So I guess we're asking the ghosts if they've seen aliens because the aliens, sorry, ETs, wouldn't be able to see them. So ghosts are like makeshift ring cameras in this situation. From what I've seen, ghosts haven't been very open with us, like about what the afterlife is like or what they do in their ghostly spare time. So I just don't know if this is when they would decide to open up to us. What's your name? Were you murdered? Are you in this room with us right now? Have you seen aliens? Dude, yes. Okay, I was in the bathroom taking a ghost shit, right?
Ask her if they're here, if there are star people here right now.
Are there star people here right now?
They probably explain this in the full episode, but I'm trying to figure out what kind of equipment this is. This article just ominously calls it the radio, but it looks like it might be some kind of proximity detector based off of my extensive research on Google Images, which would mean that every time this goes off, it's just because the ghost is stepping closer to them and then stepping back. Are there any star people here right now? Are you a star people?
Carmen, are you a star person?
Maybe it's because we're in the room, because, you know, they don't like men,
She doesn't
supposedly.
like men, and I get it.
Do you want us to maybe do a little experiment and step in another room while you take over?
What do you mean? Y'all have been here this whole time and she's been talking just fine.
Did you not want to say anything else because the boys were in here?
The ghost is not saying yes. She's saying, okay, I can clearly see them right there. They just turned around the corner. I may be a ghost, but I'm not f***ing blind.
Okay. She has trauma.
She does?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How do you
And that's why she doesn't like men.
Okay, okay. I respect that. I respect that.
Totally.
What are these reactions? Can you imagine like going on a third date with someone and you open up about your trauma and they're like, okay, I respect that. I respect that. I do. Are you gonna pick up the check? I mean, I'm so sorry about that. I mean, that sucks, dude, but I don't get paid until Friday.
Maybe if you sing a song as an offering, we could come back in the room.
Oh, yeah. Okay. If I sing you a song, can my friends come back in the room?
Okay, now y'all are just making up rules as you go. This is like trying to watch third graders play a game of tag.
There you go.
What the fuck is that? Is that a knife? Call the police, we're witnessing assault. Demi proceeds to sing Skyscraper to an extraterrestrial ghost. They didn't really specify. And then bam, there's actually what appears to be another man in the doorway over there. So the singing transaction they just did is null and void. I personally would not watch this show. Based on the preview and the clips that I've seen, I would rate it a ghost shit out of 10. It seems very over exaggerated and kind of cliche. I guess the audience would be Demi fans. I don't really know who else it would appeal to. If you're wondering why there's no green screen edits in this video, it's because I ordered a new one because my current one
is ass.
I'm really trying to exert the least amount of energy possible into filming, kind of like the producers of this show. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.